Radio and KINA Sports. Trojan basketball is on the air. This is Countdown to Tip-Off for Southeast of Saline basketball on KINA Sports. Coming up, you're going to get a full preview of area games, analysis on this matchup, and keys to a Trojan win. Now let's head to the gym for Countdown to Tip-Off right here on KINA.
Last Friday night on the first day of December, the Southeast of Saline basketball teams opened a brand new season at Heston against the Swathers. For Southeast of Saline, things didn't go well as they lost both the boys and girls games. When you go back in recent history of Southeast of Saline basketball, that's the first time that both the women and the men have lost on the same night since March 4th, 2021. That was a sub-state doubleheader in Heston, of all places, some 32 months ago. Tonight, Southeast of Saline returns back to the road, heading the same direction, though this time the stop will be in Lindsborg to take on the Smoky Valley Vikings. Hi and welcome in to Southeast of Saline. Countdown to Tip-Off. It's brought to you by L&L Advisors as we get you ready for Southeast of Saline and Smoky Valley here tonight in Lindsborg. My name is Devin Haney. I'll have play-by-play of tonight's contest. With me on the girls' game will be Tyler Smith. On the boys' game will be Francis Flax, providing live stream video on SalinaPost.com that you can access free of charge. It's Brian Dennett. Producing and engineering back at the KINA studios in Salina is Big Sam Pretty. When we come back here to Lindsborg, we will go through the games and dissect just a little bit on the two contests that happened in Heston on Friday. We'll also get you ready for these contests between the Trojans and the Vikings. It's all coming up on Countdown to Tip-Off. It's brought to you by L&L Advisors, a doubleheader of Southeast of Saline basketball coming up here on KINA.
Are you looking for a local brokerage firm to help you with your Medicare, life insurance, and annuities? L&L Advisors is the #1 local Medicare supplement and insurance specialist. Medicare can be confusing. Let the experts at L&L Advisors help make sense of it. Stop by one of 3 locations in Salina or McPherson and speak to an agent about the needs of your family. L&L Advisors, main office at 717 Roach, right off Crawford, and in the Central Mall, Salina, and downtown McPherson. Based on honesty and trust, contact L&L Advisors today.
Hi, everyone. It's Lynell Garrettson from SalinaHomes.com. It's a new Trojan basketball season, and our coaches have devised a solid game plan. Just like basketball, to reach your goals in the real estate game, we need to have a dynamic game plan. I enjoy working with many of our Trojan supporters in all aspects of real estate. Upsizing, downsizing, investments, town or country. One call to me, and we will get your personalized game plan ready to win. Go Trojans!
Buy or sell, call Winnell at SalinaHomes.com.
It's the holidays, the most glorious time of the year. Friends and family coming to your home to celebrate with dinner, drinks, and that terrible, horrendous smell. What is that? That is your septic system backing up into your home and making your holiday stink. If you haven't had your septic system pumped out and cleaned in the last 3 years, you're asking for trouble. Call Salina Septic Service today, and we will make sure your holiday is jolly and bright. Salina Septic Service, wishing you and yours a very Merry Christmas and worry-free holiday season.
Frisbee Construction is a service organization for the commercial grain industry dedicated to giving you the best in planning, the best in quality, and the best of workmanship, and overall the best value for your dollar since 1949. Frisbee Construction specializes in new construction as well as remodel and repair of grain handling facilities throughout the Midwest. Frisbee Construction Company in Gypsum has emergency crews available as needed. For more information, go to frisbeeinc.com.
For a limited time, take advantage of savings on new Case IH specialty utility and all-purpose tractors with 2.5% interest for 84 months or cash back. With easy operation, Case IH tractors deliver the flexibility and durability your operation demands. Hurry in. Offer ends December 31st, 2023. Stop by Can Equip in Salina and set yourself up for greater productivity with a great deal on a Case IH tractor that works as hard as you do.
Citizens State Bank has been serving Kansans for over 100 years. We are a full-service bank that can service your personal, business, and agricultural lending and deposit needs. Citizens State Bank offers 24/7 convenience with mobile deposit, online banking, and our ATM conveniently located in front of the building. Stop by and see our friendly and helpful staff. Citizens State Bank at 600 Maple Street in Gypsum, Kansas. Citizens State Bank and Trust Company is a proud supporter of the Southeast of Saline Trojans.
Welcome back to Smoky Valley High School. Devin Haney here on KINA as we are getting you ready for a doubleheader of Southeast of Saline basketball. It's our first Tuesday of action. Most teams have preseason tournaments that they're taking part of. Tonight, Southeast of Saline in a regular scheduled game against the Smoky Valley Vikings. When you look back to last Friday in the road trip to Heston, Southeast of Saline's ladies lost 53-39. Couple of bright spots in this game. Brielle Potachik had 3 3-pointers in the third quarter. She propelled Southeast of Saline to tie the game at halftime, 24-24. But Heston would own the third quarter, outscoring Southeast of Saline by 9, 40-31, and going on for the victory, 53-39. On the guys' side, Southeast of Saline came out strong. They led 13-9 at the end of the first quarter, only down by 2, 21-19 at halftime. But the Heston team and their depth just too much on Friday, and they pulled away from Southeast guys at the end of the game, winning 49-32. Now for Southeast of Saline, they look to rebound and get in the winning column. Today, they will do so against the Smoky Valley Vikings. On the girls' side, Smoky Valley, boy, they had a beautiful outing on the road at Abilene on Friday night. They won 45-16. On the guys' side, Smoky Valley had their work cut out for them against a very good Abilene Cowboy squad, and they took a loss 42-79. We'll look more back at these games and also get you up to date on what Smoky Valley is looking at as far as starters. We'll also have Southeast of Saline starters for you as well. Countdown to tip-off is brought to you by L&L Advisors. Open enrollment time is just about over. It actually ends this week on Thursday, but you can trust the local experts at L&L Advisors all year long for all of your local advice with 3 locations, 2 in Salina and 1 in McPherson. Countdown to tip-off for Southeast of Saline basketball continues on. After this, we'll bring in Tyler Smith here on KINA.
Are you looking for a local brokerage firm to help you with your Medicare, life insurance, and annuities? L&L Advisors is the #1 local Medicare supplement and insurance specialist. Medicare can be confusing. Let the experts at L&L Advisors help make sense of it. Stop by one of 3 locations in Salina or McPherson and speak to an agent about the needs of your family. L&L Advisors, main office at 717 Roach right off Crawford and in the Central Mall Salina and downtown McPherson. Based on honesty and trust, contact L&L Advisors today.
Maybe you don't play quarterback or make the highlight reel. Maybe you're not a high school athlete anymore. But just like an athlete, you can get first-class orthopedic care from Salina Ortho. Their doctors and staff strive to get you back to an injury-free, pain-free life as quickly as possible. Salina Ortho has a doctor on call 24/7 for all orthopedic injuries. So next time you're injured, trust the experts at Salina Ortho. Your voice, your choice, past, present, and future. See them online at salinaortho.com.
The Bennington State Bank proudly supports local sports and wants each student to know that their hard work and talent is noticed and appreciated. At Bennington State Bank, they care about local communities and are committed to fostering long-term relationships through the delivery of excellent customer service, integrity, and fairness. From helping local businesses to supporting community youth and nonprofits to helping you purchase your dream home or invest in your future, Bennington State Bank is here to help. Give them a call to experience exceptional banking with hometown service. Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank. Member FDIC.
'Tis the season for savings at Prairie Land Partners with year-end holiday discounts. Right now, save big with $2,500 off select 1, 2, 3, and 5 series John Deere compact utility tractors. The gift giving doesn't stop there. Prairie Land Partners John Deere is making it even merrier with 0% financing for 72 months. Hurry into your local Prairie Land Partners for all the festive details.
Prairie Land Partners.
Farmers, as fall planting season winds down, it's time to start planning for next spring. Phillips Seed stands ready to work with you to nail down the best seed genetics for your operation. They can help you select from their top-performing corn hybrids and soybean varieties, as well as seed treatments to get your crops off to a fast start. Find them online at phillipseed.com, Facebook, on X, or call 785-949-2204. That's 785-949-2204. Phillips Seed, serving, innovating, growing since 1985.
Sage is your go-to source for industrial strength cleaning products, ice melt, floor equipment, paper, asphalt, and just about everything in between. Whether you're a maintenance supervisor, a small business, or just wanting your home to look amazing, stop by 732 North 9th Street in Salina, where we will be happy to assist you. You can also visit us at sageselects.com or call us at 309-1919. Sage Products, the right call every time.
This is Trojan basketball on KINA.
Welcome back into Smoky Valley High School here in Lindsborg. Devin Haney along with Tyler Smith, Brian Denham providing live stream video free of charge on SalinaPost.com. You can access that video at any time. You can go back, see games from the past of Southeast of Saline basketball from as long as we've been doing this on YouTube. Just search Southeast of Saline basketball. If you want to watch a football game, search Southeast of Saline football. You can relive seasons and games of the past. That's always a lot of fun. Welcome back in to the Countdown to Tip-Off show brought to you by L&L Advisors. Right on deck, we have Southeast of Saline's ladies against the Lady Vikings from Smoky Valley. Smoky Valley's first outing of the season was last Friday in Abilene, and they were able to beat the Cowgirls 45-16. At the end of the first quarter, Smoky Valley led 15-5. They still continue to cruise at halftime with a 27-12 lead. 35-12, pitching a shutout of the Cowgirls in the third quarter. Then they end up winning 45-16. This game really of interest to Southeast of Saline because these are two teams in Smoky Valley and Abilene that are on the pre-Christmas break for the Trojans and Lady Trojans. So a lot of interest in the game film of this game from last Friday night between Smoky Valley and Abilene. Some scoring for you of this game for Smoky Valley. They had 7 different players score on their way to 45 points, led by their returning all-league guard, Adrian Hazelwood. Hazelwood led the way with a baker's dozen, 13 points. Kat Blanchett had 10 in double digits. Eva Malm with 7, Brianne Peters with 4, Clara McElroy with 4, Tenley Scott with 4, and Trista Spiller with 3. Once again, Smoky Valley wins that game against Abilene by a score of 45-16 last Friday night. Southeast of Saline's last game last Friday night in Heston. They opened the season with a 53-39 loss to Lady Trojans in double digits for Southeast of Saline with Brielle Potachik and Maddie Harris. They did most of their damage from the outside. The two combined for 6 3-pointers, 18 of the 39 points for Southeast of Saline. Also 5 points from Reagan Duran, 5 points for Abigail Pearson. Southeast of Saline shot 10 of 17 from the free throw line, but their percentage from the floor was very low. It was down in the lower 30s, upper 20s. They also committed 15 turnovers in this game on their way to a 53-39 loss. This game was tied at halftime, 24-24, even though it was a 9-point lead for Heston at the end of the first quarter. And not only shooting percentage for the Lady Trojans was a big detriment, but also giving up offensive rebounds and some second chance points. That was a problem as well for the Southeast Lady Trojans in Heston on Friday night. As Tyler Smith joins us now, most of the scoring, it seemed like, came from beyond the three-point line. There wasn't a lot inside. And I know there's probably 2 words, Tyler, that you're going to tell me that really sums up what Southeast of Saline has to do better tonight, and that starts with Lexi and ends with Jacobson.
Without a doubt. I mean, you just look at the points in the paint, and you look at the rebounding issue. You want to see something get started immediately and see if you get Lexi Jacobson in the fold. You know, when we talked, on Friday night about how you get Maddie Harris and Brielle Potachik involved, they both did a great job, and both had 10-plus shots. They had double digits. That's exactly what you need to do. And obviously, they didn't. The shooting percentage wasn't as great as you want to see it, but that's going to happen on nights. But you've got to get Lexi the ball down low, and you got to get those points in the paint.
You have to turn this around, not only if you're the girls' team, but also the boys' team. I just had a brief conversation with Bryson Flax and some of the things that have gone on, off air. We were talking over the weekend with Southeast of Saline. It's not very often that we're used to seeing the guys and girls lose on the same night. I went back into the record book, and it was a sub-state double date in Heston, of all places, where both Southeast of Saline's girls and boys lost. That was to end the 2020-21 basketball season in March. It was 32 months ago that both the girls and boys lost on the same night. That tells you how spoiled we've been with Southeast of Saline basketball excellence. But I know they're both just really trying to get back on the winning streak and have this portion before the holiday break be a great evaluation of what's to come, because this is a long season. These 6 games before holiday break, while they do matter, they're not going to be as big as when we turn the calendar.
No, you're exactly right. We've just been so spoiled, and it seems like year in and year out, we're entering the Christmas break with a 6-0, a 5-1, and that's boys and girls. 6-0, 5-0, maybe a 4-2 record, and you're just flying high. But again, this is when you're getting to learn, and you're getting to, you're starting to teach. And this is when I speaking from Shauna Smith's behalf, and I know Coach Flax thinks the same way, this is when they love just to kind of dig in and get their hands dirty. And they like to see some flaws, because if there's flaws now, that means they can mold things. They can really get to coach. And I think that's one thing that they're both, nobody likes a loss, right? But they love just diving into the film, seeing what they can do better. It's always the improvement from game 1 to game 2 that's going to be your biggest improvement in any sport, because you now have real life footage. You have a real life game. You have real life scenarios. You can practice. You can go to jamborees. You can do everything you want in the preseason. But now, all right, what happened? The bullets start flying. And we saw it. We saw what happened. We saw some freshmen come in and do some big things. We saw Sutton Douglas, do some really, really positive things. I'm excited to see what kind of wrinkles tonight the Southeast throws out there. But, yeah, let's see what we took from game 1, add it to game 2, and just keep adding those things on.
I'm curious your thoughts on Lexi Jacobson, because I was just kind of thinking this. This is a game, really, the first one I remember her playing since she was a freshman, that she was non-existent in the game. And I don't say that to be mean. I just say that because it was strange how that game played out. Somebody made the comment to me after the game. They're like, well, that's kind of strange because Heston really doesn't have a big post player. Lexi should have done well inside. But I thought about that on the way home, and I think it's the teams that do have a large post play presence inside that Lexi really excels against, because she out-hustles that player, she out-jumps that player. She just didn't have that opportunity against Heston. They all matched up pretty evenly.
Yeah, I think Heston got really physical, and we discussed the fouls and the early fouls early. Things got pretty nasty down low when you go back and watch the film again. And, I'm sure if you ask Lexi, she'll be the first to tell you that she didn't play her best. She wasn't aggressive enough. She didn't get the ball. She didn't take the shots. But, yes, it's the teams that have a post that want to try to play with her and want to try to run with her. That's when Lexi excels. And, again, it's almost like if you're a KU fan, like a KJ Adams type of thing. Like, there's nights or maybe you don't see him, spring up on the stat sheet a lot. But some nights he'll just explode. And I think that's one of those things you've got to, if you're Shauna Smith, get a couple early sets maybe to get Lexi, comfortable and get her going. Because Lexi is kind of, she's that, she's the wild card, isn't she? She's the one that can go off for 20 because, we say this all the time. I mean, she's potentially the best athlete out there. I mean, the vertical, the speed, she can really stretch you. So it'll be interesting tonight. And we know that Smoky Valley has got a lot of those girls. They got a lot of girls that can run, a lot of girls that can jump. It'll be fun.
While we were set for a 6 o'clock tip-off here in Lindsborg, for some reason we're having an extended pregame and an extended shoot-around. The JV game did not run long, so I'm not sure why exactly this is the case, but it looks like from the scoreboard clock we're set for a tip-off here at about 6:05. So we'll take a break. When we come back, we'll get you ready for this contest. We'll have starters for you, get you ready for the Vikings and the Trojans. Southeast of Saline, visit Smoky Valley. It is live with video, free of charge on Salina Post, brought to you by our friends at Salina Ortho, and also right here on KINA.
Are you looking for a local brokerage firm to help you with your Medicare, life insurance, and annuities? L&L Advisors is the #1 local Medicare supplement and insurance specialist. Medicare can be confusing. Let the experts at L&L Advisors help make sense of it. Stop by one of 3 locations in Salina or McPherson and speak to an agent about the needs of your family. L&L Advisors, main office at 717 Roach, right off Crawford, and in the Central Mall Salina and downtown McPherson. Based on honesty and trust, contact L&L Advisors today.
Suburban Appliance Center is your official dealer for Traeger grills. Check out this 6-in-1 versatile unit that grills, bakes, smokes, roasts, braised, and barbecues. Suburban is your exclusive dealer for the Traeger Timberline series, and they have your Traeger spices too. Suburban Appliance Center, they are locally owned and they offer appliance brands like Amana, KitchenAid, Whirlpool, and of course Maytag. Suburban also offers exceptional service. Suburban Appliance Center, 1900 South 9th.
Insurance is something we all need in our business, home, car, and life. But do you really understand what's covered? And most importantly, what you are paying for? Hi, this is Rob Carlson in the Salina office of Smart Insurance. Change is good, especially if you haven't looked at your insurance policy lately. I can help you understand what you need and where the gaps are in your coverage. We provide free quotes and take pride in looking out for you. Smart Insurance, with locations in Salina, Abilene, and Harrington. Give us a call today.
Mary Maids in Salina offers house cleaning services you can see and feel. Your home is more than just a house. It's where memories are made and moments are cherished. Though life can be complicated, house cleaning shouldn't be. Mary Maids strives to take the stress out of your day so you can live your life your way. With more than 40 years experience and an advanced time-tested cleaning process, they can help you reclaim time with your loved ones. Find Merry Maids on Facebook or check out their website at merrymaids.com.
Maybe you don't play quarterback or make the highlight reel. Maybe you're not a high school athlete anymore. But just like an athlete, you can get first-class orthopedic care from Saline Ortho. Their doctors and staff strive to get you back to an injury-free, pain-free life as quickly as possible. Salina Ortho has a doctor on call 24/7 for all orthopedic injuries. So next time you're injured, trust the experts at Salina Ortho. Your voice, your choice, past, present, and future. See them online at salinaortho.com.
You're telling me your driver turns you on remotely?
It feels so good. One gentle touch of a handy remote or mobile app and my motor is running. And don't fret, my little pickup pal. New Image Audio installs these inside trucks too.
Oh, yeah.
You'll want it when the winter chill hits. A remote start from New Image Audio for cars, trucks, even diesels. All systems remote and cell phone capable. Nationwide coverage. Get yours at New Image Audio on South Broadway.
In Salina.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Hoops on KINA.
Back here at Smoky Valley High School, about 5 minutes away from the tip of this one, southeast of Saline at Smoky Valley. Second consecutive road game to start the season for southeast of Saline. Let's go over starters now for the Lady Trojans as we are cruising our way towards tip-off here, a little bit late at Lindsborg. First game of the season at Heston, they lost 53-39. Same five starters in the lineup for southeast of Saline, led by three seniors. The first one, 5'4" senior Brielle Potacik. Potacik last year averaged 8 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists per game. She had 12 points on Friday against Heston. Along with her in that senior trio is Lexi Jacobson, 5' senior last year as a junior, led the team in rebounding. Also scoring 9 points a game along with those 6 rebounds. Lexi was really our focal point of pregame. She scored 2 points against Heston on Friday night. The other senior, complete that threesome, is Maddie Harris. The 5'6" senior last year led the team in assists and steals. She averaged 7 points and 4 rebounds to go along with that last year in her junior year. She had 12 points, tying Brielle Potacik for the lead scoring role for southeast of Saline on Friday night. The other two players in the starting lineup is Addison Rohr. She appeared in 22 games last year as a sophomore. This year she is a 5'7" junior, and she got on the board with 2 points in her first start Friday at Heston. Also add in Abigail Pearson, a 5'7" sophomore. Last year she averaged 4 points a game. She had 5 against Heston last Friday night. Once again, it's Potacik, Rohr, Jacobson, Harris, Pearson. Lady Trojans are led by Shauna Smith in her 8th season, assisted by Steve Reedy and Julie Lund. For the Smoky Valley Lady Vikings, they will start Brianne Peters, a 5'7" senior, along with Eva Malm, a 5'5" senior. Clara McElroy, a 5'5" senior, along with Adrian Hazelwood, a 5'8" senior. 4 seniors in the starting lineup for the Smoky Valley Lady Vikings. They also have 2 seniors that will come off the bench, a total of 6 seniors on this Viking team. The lone underclassman in the starting lineup is Kat Blanchett. Kat, a 6' junior. Adrian Hazelwood, the key component of this starting lineup and this team for Smoky Valley. She was an all-league Central Kansas League selection last year. She averaged 15 points a game and grabbed 7 rebounds. She's a 3-year starter coming into this senior season. She scored 13 points against Abilene on Friday night. Blanchett added 10, Malm added 7, as Smoky Valley won that game against the Abilene Cowgirls 45-16. Jason Drolliard is starting his 3rd season at the Smoky Valley helm, and he has led the Lady Vikings in those 3 years to a 27-7 record. He has really gotten the focus of this Lady Viking team and turned them into a pretty good team. I think consistency, though, is probably what Smoky Valley lacks the most. We were talking off air about how you see them one time early on in the season, they're one team, and then by the time you roll into them at Sterling, they're a completely different team. Sometimes good, sometimes not good. And Jason Drillard, I think, is starting to steady that ship a little bit with a 27-7 record as he enters his 3rd season. Smoky Valley and southeast of Saline. Let's look at other games on the Bennington State Bank scoreboard that we'll be tracking tonight as we go along on YouTube and also accessing through SalinaPost.com. Full coverage of the Irish Classic basketball tournament going on this week in Chapman. The game that starts tonight is Sacred Heart and the Chapman Irish. Those games free of charge on SalinaPost.com with live stream video and our friend Adam Coulter. Other games, Beloit is at Clay Center tonight. Minneapolis is at El Saline. That takes care of your NCAA schools. Abilene is at Rock Creek. Hutchinson is at Salina Central. And Salina South is at Junction City. That's your lineup tonight for the area scores. We'll be tracking those and more through the Bennington State Bank scoreboard. We've talked enough about this game. It's time to get it going. Tyler Smith, your New Image Audio. Keys to success tonight for the Lady Trojans.
I think the keys to success tonight are what Southeast can do. You know, we talked about, containing Kendall Bruggen on Friday night, and many teams when they come in, they play Smoky Valley. You're gonna look at Adrian Hazelwood, and that's gonna be your number one concern. But I think tonight, your concern if you're Southeast is what you can do and how you can get everybody involved, how you get Lexi Jacobson going, get things. I think we might see a little bit of Abigail Pearson kind of working more in the post, maybe less of a guard play, see if she can bang down low. But tonight it's about you. It's not about what the other team's doing. It's about what you do what you do well, and let's go. I mean, it's a great game. Like we always talk about how these two teams aren't in the same league. It's kind of wild, but just proximity, it's awesome that they play against each other. And let's go. I mean, this is a talented squad. Smoky Valley is always super athletic. You look at their volleyball and their track success. It hasn't always, equated to a great postseason run basketball-wise, but this team's always one of the most athletic in the state, and let's have some fun tonight.
Yeah, this is a team that has enjoyed super success in volleyball. When you look at the female portion of their sports programs, they are really, really successful on the volleyball side of things. And it's also a school that kind of bounces back and forth, at least they have in the recent history, between 4A and 3A. A little bit larger as far as enrollment goes, but it's a team that consistently finds its way onto sports schedules for Southeast of Saline because, as you said, the proximity of the two schools just being down the road, Highway 4, it's like an easy trip, almost like the Abilene date that we've established, right? You got to play the Cowboys and Cowgirls every year because they're just right there, and we'll see both of those teams, Smoky Valley, of course, tonight, and also Abilene later on next week before the holiday break. I know the Lady Trojans anxious to get back onto the court. They will wear their purple jerseys tonight, trimmed in black and white. Smoky Valley, defending their home floor, will sit to the right of the scorer's table, and they will wear their home white jerseys trimmed in black and orange. Should be a good one here. I want to thank our friends at Salina Ortho for helping present live stream video free of charge on SalinaPost.com. You can access those games anytime after the event. On the YouTube channel, just search Southeast of Saline Basketball. 1,500 people watching live Friday night from Heston.
And zero issues watching. That's something that a lot of other streaming services that maybe if you're watching high school sports don't always get.
We are very fortunate. Brian Dennett is the master.
And I think, like you said, you can go back and watch those games anytime. That's the great thing about this. You can watch it. You can just go sit back and watch it tomorrow if you want.
Sometimes I just go home and just kind of see how the stream went, and I watch things. Then I end up watching the whole dang game, man. I can't get away from it. I'm sick, I think. That's might be, but it's fun. Southeast of Saline ready to go here against Smoky Valley. Again, a little bit of a delayed start to this game because we had a long pregame for some reason here in this gymnasium. So we're going to get started here almost 10 minutes late now as we get ready to roll here from Smoky Valley.
And I think one thing that Coach Shauna Smith wants to see really early on is kind of how this game is going to be officiated. Smoky Valley, we talk about their athletes. They're long, they're fast. They usually play like really, really physical man-to-man defense. There's usually a lot of hands, and we've seen in years past if those hand checks are called and you're gonna call that foul, it kind of sways the game. But extremely athletic team, the Smoky Valley.
Smoky Valley with Blanchett, they win the tip. It comes back to Hazelwood. She'll fire it off to the left-hand side to Eva Malm. Back to Hazelwood. Three-pointer on the way. She rings the bell to start the game. Adrian Hazelwood, Smoky Valley's leading scorer, puts the Lady Vikes up 3-0. Southeast of Saline now selling in on offense. Brielle Potacek curls the top of the key, fires it off left-hand side. Maddie Harris now closer to the baseline. Tabba Pearson back up top now. Goes through Jacobson to Harris. She'll pull up on the left-hand side from the elbow. 15-foot jump shot rattles in and out, comes off. It's going to be rebounded by Eva Malm. Malm down the floor. Hazelwood. She goes all gas, no breaks to the rim. Can't get the layup to go. And the rebound, Lexi Jacobson. Here comes the Lady Trojans back the other way. Southeast of Saline on the left-hand side. Brielle Potacek. She's being pushed out towards center court. Now she'll dribble back to the left and hand it off to Maddie Harris. Harris will calm things down and get an offensive reset. We are almost 1 minute into this contest. 3-0, Smoky Valley.
And we see early on, it's Hazelwood on Jacobson down low. So they're putting Hazelwood a guard down low on Jacobson. We'll see if anything can happen positive. There you go. Great offensive rebound from Jacobson.
Lexi Jacobson just got an offensive rebound. She went to the rim. Smoky Valley not liking this call because the contact that sent Lexi Jacobson flying towards the baseline was from her own player, but her own player got there via a shove.
It's like one of those when a punter gets ran into by his own team, but it's somebody pushing from the back, and I think it's a pretty good call from the officials.
Thinking Domino's.
That as well.
Not pizza. 3-0. Smoky Valley, they're going to strip it away from Maddie Harris as she enters the lane. Southeast of Saline with the first turnover of the contest. Inside, Hazelwood, left-hand bucket is good. She didn't miss that time as she gets back to the rack. She leads this game 5-0. Inside Jacobson, pass on the backside. She gets Addison Rohr, and Addison can't get the layup to go. Wide open layup, missed by Southeast of Saline. Smoky Valley back the other way. Three-pointer in the corner, left-hand side. It's an air ball. Lexi Jacobson has her third rebound already in this game. Here's a three-pointer by Brielle Potacek off the run. That's going to hit the back of the rim. No good. Brianne Peters with that 0 jersey pulls in the long rebound that went out of bounds almost at Smoky Valley's bench, but she saved it and started her team back on offense. 5-0 Vikings. Lob pass inside. 3 purple jerseys there, and a foul is going to be called on Southeast of Saline.
No, that was a really good call right there. You saw Kat Blanchett go up. Addison Rohr had good position, but just kind of came underneath, didn't give Blanchett any room to land. You've got to give the offensive player room to come down with the basketball. That's what Addison Rohr gets called for the first foul for.
Sophia Fruits, a junior, comes into the game for Smoky Valley. Running an inbounds play, started underneath her own basket. A reckless drive by Clara McElroy, and she's going to draw a foul. McElroy looks like will go to the free throw line and shoot 2 here.
Fouls on number 31, Maddie Harris.
Maddie Harris picks up the foul. That's her first. Tenley Scott has also come into the game for Smoky Valley. She's another one of those seniors. Free throw by McElroy is up and no good.
And right there, it looked like McElroy just attacked the basket. Maddie Harris is kind of protecting herself. But when you protect yourself, it kind of turns your body, and it gives that official an easy call to make the foul.
Both free throws missed. Score remains 5-0. Southeast of Saline has it. Another rebound by Lexi Jacobson. Left-hand side, Abba Pearson has it. She's staring cross court. Now she's going to get Jacobson, who pops out top of the circle. Over to Brielle Potacek. Brielle on a dribble, being jumped. Ball squirts free. Brielle gets it back. Potacek now looking, spacing really bad right now for Southeast. Now the guard's trying to figure and sort that out. Maddie Harris crossing over once, twice, goes back to Jacobson. Top of the key, 3. Too strong, no good. Hazelwood with the rebound. She wants to run. Blanchett, it's a 2-on-1. Back the other way. Boy, Smoky Valley looked like he traveled with the basketball. Now Hazelwood on the kick out. Long 3 won't go. And the rebound taken in by Addison Rohr. 3 minutes in, still 5-0, Smoky Valley.
And we're seeing 2 more subs get ready for Smoky Valley. They're wanting to just make line changes, get girls in and out. They're wanting to play hard and play fast.
Ball on the deck. Brielle Potacek has to go down and chase it here. She's going to hit the deck with Sophia Fruits, and the alternate arrow will keep it with Southeast of Saline. A lot of hand checking, a lot of forearm contact, things of that. This Smoky Valley team is very aggressive on the defensive end, and that shouldn't be a shock. This is a team that pitched a shutout in the third quarter against Abilene on Friday night.
Yeah, their length and athleticism will always benefit them, especially if they're going to get a call here and there. And, they're going to play to the officials. They'll change the game if they need to, but right now they're getting away with a lot of that stuff.
Jacobson drives to the baseline, pulls up and rises at 7 feet and drains the shot. First points of the game for Southeast of Saline. They belong to Lexi Jacobson. 5-2. Here's Hazelwood going back to work. Her shot blocked. Here comes Jacobson back the other way. 1-on-1 to the rack, and she scores. 4 consecutive points by Lexi Jacobson.
And that's exactly what we talked about. That's what Lexi can do. Lexi can just explode like no other player on this court. 4 quick points for Lexi Jacobson.
3-pointer unleashed on the far corner from Smoky Valley. That's no good from Peters. Up the floor, Southeast of Saline. Sutton Douglas to the rack. Tried to finish with the left hand. Had a bad angle. Couldn't get the backboard. And it comes off on the rebound to Smoky Valley. A nice pass. Hazelwood down low. Try to get Trista Spittler. And Spittler missed the shot. Southeast has it back as the tempo increasing in this game.
And I think right there, normally we would have seen Maddie Harris run right there, but she can tell there's some gas players right now for the Trojans. And this is, again, how you have to play a little bit differently with this year's squad. You just don't have that depth. Lexi's sucking more wind than I've seen her suck before, and that's fine. You know, she's just spurted a couple times.
Maddie Harris off of a screen from Abba Pearson. Shot up, no good. Real Potachik fighting for the rebound. Sutton Douglas picks it up and finishes it. A 6-0 run from southeast of Saline. And Sutton Douglas gives the Lady Trojans their first lead of the night. 6-5 with 3:28 left to go in the first quarter. A 30-second timeout. We'll take it. You're listening to Lady Trojan basketball on KINA.
Frisbee Construction is a service organization for the commercial grain industry dedicated to giving you the best in planning, the best in quality, and the best of workmanship and overall the best value for your dollar since 1949. Frisbee Construction specializes in new construction as well as remodel and repair of grain handling facilities throughout the Midwest. Frisbee Construction Company in Gypsum has emergency crews available as needed. For more information, go to frisbeeinc.com.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline basketball on KINA.
3:28 remaining here in the first quarter. It's been a game of runs so far. Smoky Valley started the game on a 5-0 run. Southeast of Saline currently on a 6-0 run. 6-5 Southeast of Saline. Smoky Valley with the basketball. They'll go high post. Hazelwood, she's double teamed. She'll kick it out and they'll get it right back. She stumbled towards the basket, and that looked awkward. A foul is called on Southeast of Saline. I'm not sure that there wasn't a little shuffle of the feet in there as well.
Yeah, I would agree. She kind of caught it. The foot kind of got stuck. You could have easily called it travel. It's almost like that stutter step that she did resulted in the contact, but regardless, Lexi Jacobson picks up her first.
First free throw up by Hazelwood is good. Game is tied. Jacobson picks up the third team foul from Southeast of Saline. Remember, playing by new foul rule here this season. Each quarter has a limit of 5. There are no 1-and-1s. Hazelwood makes both free throws. Puts Smoky Valley up now by 1. There's a three-pointer unleashed from the corner. And this is going to be out of the hands of Reagan Duran, the freshman who checked in during the timeout. She was fouled, and Reagan Duran will go to the free throw line and shoot 3.
Reagan Duran was really impressive on Friday night. Just gives you that so much athleticism, and just a freshman. We kind of saw her grow a little bit on Friday night, and I think every single time she gets in the game, we're just going to see more and more growth from the young freshman as she drains the first free throw.
The athleticism is what I was impressed with. You expected a little bit of the accelerated play because she is a freshman. She's getting experience. But I told somebody, they asked me about her because they heard on the radio about us talking about Reagan Duran. And I said, I'm pretty sure if she stands straight up, she can grab her kneecap. Like, her arms are that long.
There's a lot of length, a lot more length that hopefully she'll have by the time she leaves high school. But very composed, no smile after her first varsity bucket. As she airballs that free throw, I'll just stop talking.
Well, she pulled the trifecta there. She made the first one, hit the rim on the second one, airballed the third one. So that, with what she did against Teston on Friday night, still pretty good percentage. She's still shooting 60%. 7-7 is our score. She has tied it up, though, with those free throws. Second team foul on Smoky Valley. They're trying to feed it in down low to Blanchett. She dribbled, lost it, picked it up, dribbled again, and that's a violation. First turnover of the game here against Smoky Valley.
Well, and back to Duran very quickly. She's a player that the coaches just rave about, like her coachability. She goes 100 miles an hour every single opportunity, and that's why you're seeing a freshman play this early for a squad that's not easy to crack, the lineup.
Jacobson inside. Sutton Douglas fed her, and then Lexi went to work. Power dribble, rising up and scoring. Lexi Jacobson with a half a dozen so far in this game. 9-7. Southeast of Saline up by 2. 2:22 left to go. Smoky Valley now driving to the rim. That's going to be partially deflected, it looked like, by Duran. Lexi Jacobson also in there, and the ball is going to squirt out of bounds, and it will go to Southeast of Saline.
And Lexi right there won't get credit for the rebound, but she did a lot of work right there to get, fend some Smoky Valley Vikings off to make sure there was a hand on the ball, create the turnover, I guess, if you will, to give the ball to Southeast of Saline.
Maddie Harris dribbled over close to the bench, had a private conversation with Shauna Smith. Now she goes to work here on offense. Brielle Potacek is back into the game for Sutton Douglas. A Lady Viking fell down. Maddie Harris is going to pull the trigger from 3. That won't go.
No.
And a blockout foul that's called on Abba Pearson that looked weird. And I'm not sure that was a foul either. Tinley Scott was kind of bodying back and forth with Pearson. She had a weird jump to the rim, had no chance of getting the rebound. They're going to call a foul on Pearson here.
Well, I think it was Kat Blanchard. Kat Blanchard, a great athlete. She goes up. It looks like she just kind of mistimed the rebound, jumps early. Abigail was going to the basketball, kind of got the weird body on her, gets the foul called on her.
Nice thing about it is for Southeast of Saline so far, Tyler, they have 4 fouls, but they're all spread out. Nobody has more than 1. They did that against Heston on Friday night as well. Here's Smoky Valley back on offense. Hazelwood's going to throw up another one. That one's off the rim, no good. Rebound inside, though, and a putback is no good. Another opportunity is squandered as Smoky Valley's going to lose that rebound, and Brielle Potacek comes out of the herd with it. Now Potacek's pass deflected. Ends up with Reagan Duran. She's going to catch it and shoot in one motion. That won't go down, but Maddie Harris getting the offensive rebound. Maddie now going to calm things down here offensively, looking at a Smoky Valley very physical man-to-man defense.
Yeah, and we're seeing Abigail Pearson on the post now. I mean, she's playing in the post. We've seen her play a lot of guard right there. Great post move from the sophomore Abigail Pearson.
Abba with the hezzy steps through the double team and finds the window for 2.
And that's something, she's so versatile. She can do so many things. But I think right now with the sudden emergence of Reagan Duran, it almost lets you play Abigail down low and let her use that strong body, move some people around.
Here's a long shot up that is no good. Smoky Valley a chance to get it on the backside. Uncontested, they cannot. Smoky Valley's missing some really, really good shots here in this first quarter. And now Southeast of Saline gets caught with a travel as Maddie Harris in a hesitation didn't know what to do with it. It's a 4-point lead for Southeast of Saline. And boy, they are taking advantage of some things inside. I'm with you, Tyler, to go back and touch on what you said. I love Abba Pearson down low because not only with that strength and with that body, she's not the tallest girl in the gym, but she reminds you a little bit to flashback of Keely Orr, right?
Without a doubt,
she is just so strong and so crafty. I think you have to have her down there for at least a couple of quarters.
And then you can suck, when you pull her out, you can suck that defender out, and she can do things on the perimeter as well. She's extremely versatile.
Peters misses a 3 from the top of the key. This Smoky Valley team is not shy shooting the outside shot. There's no doubt about that. They're going to lob it inside to Blanchett. She's going to turn. Shot up, no good. Maddie Harris cleans it up on the inside. Southeast being much more active on the boards, grabbing rebounds than what they were last week. Here's Potacek on the run away from Harris. Her three-pointer won't go, but look who's there. Reagan Duran at the buzzer. Puts it back up and in, and the freshman finishes the first quarter with 3. Southeast of Saline has built their biggest lead at the end of 1. 13-7, Southeast of Saline. Lady Trojan basketball on Salina Post. Live stream video, free of charge, brought to you by Salina Ortho.
Don't get caught on empty. Fill up on all your basic needs at Asaria Oil and Hardware. We want to be sure you are fueled up and ready for whatever may be around the corner, no matter what time of day. Now live at Asaria Oil and Hardware, 24/7 pumps. No matter what time of day or night, your gas and diesel tanks can rely on us. During regular business hours, you can get your favorite pizza and snacks to have enough energy to win the day. Asaria Oil and Hardware, located in Asaria at the corner of Center and Main. We'll fill you up.
Looking to take the next step in your career? Consider an MBA from Kansas Wesleyan. You can complete the program fully online in as little as 1 year, and your last class is free. Want to be a part of one of the region's fastest growing universities? Visit kwu.edu/MBA today. That's kwu.edu/MBA.
You're listening to Southeast Trojan Hoops on KINA.
Back here in Lindsborg, Smoky Valley High School. Devin Haney, Tyler Smith. Tyler, we just watched Southeast of Saline outscore the Smoky Valley Lady Vikings to end that quarter by a count of 13-2.
When you can see, I mean, right now, all the offense is coming from Adrian Hazelwood. And if you can clamp her down, you're going to force the others to score. And some nights they might be able to do it, and other nights they might not. As you see right there, it looks like Hazelwood trying to catch the ball on the high post. There's a foul. Let's see what's called on. They're going to give it to Duran. Just a lot of, they're going to call the foul on Hazelwood.
Yeah, going the other way with it, huh?
Okay, you're seeing a lot of active hands right now from Southeast Saline. They know where Hazelwood is. There's going to be active bodies. There's going to be people. They're not going to make it easy on Hazelwood, and you're going to make the other 4 girls in the court beat you.
First 8 minutes, I was impressed by Southeast of Saline's rebounding on both ends of the floor, but I'm also impressed by their composure. Again, the Smoky Valley defense is very aggressive. Here's a three-pointer by Reagan Durant. She can interrupt my thoughts any day with a trifecta from 3. But to finish on that thought, the Smoky Valley defense is very aggressive. They're very handsy. They're very physical. Southeast has only committed 2 turnovers so far.
And I think you got to give a lot of props to Maddie Harris. Maddie Harris has slowed the game down more than she normally does. We see her run a lot, but tonight so far she's slowed it down. There's got to be a travel there. It's a great call. There was contact there, but it looked like Kat Blanchett got caught just kind of shuffling after she picked up that pivot foot. Good call by the official. Better defense from Southeast Saline. Great job.
4 turnovers now for Smoky Valley here on their home floor. It's their home opener. They were at Abilene last Friday night. 1 minute into the second quarter. Southeast of Saline still working on building this run. They lead by 9. Inside Sutton Douglas. A little ball fake. Goes to the rim on the wrong side really for her. If she wanted to go with a dominant hand, she had to kind of shoot over the defender there, and this ball smacked out of bounds by a couple of different players. The official is going to award it this time to Smoky Valley.
And Devin, we were talking about this off air, but right now, Sutton Douglas is doing a great job down there. We're just seeing she's got so much strength. I mean, there's so many, with the great post play that we've seen on, from Heston and from Smoky Valley right now, as we see active hands again. Sutton does such a great job just bodying people up. She's able to get really good position, and that's a sophomore that didn't have a lot of varsity minutes last year. We're just going to see grow and grow and grow.
You could see flashes out of her, though, right? When she got into the varsity games, I remember one of her first varsity touches, she got it. It was at home on the left-hand wing. She took the ball, ripped it through, and drove and got a layup right away, and you could just see things like that with her as she was getting varsity time. Here's a drive by Hazelwood to the basket. She is fouled as she comes down with her own rebound. It will be a non-shooting foul, and Smoky Valley will inbound underneath.
Yeah, and that's number 2 on Harris. Harris kind of went, and she knew it right away. The ball was – Maddie's one of those players. She likes to be in control. She likes to make sure that she can control things, and she just kind of swipes the basketball and gets called for the foul.
Maddie will stay in there, still guarding Blanchett as she comes through, step through off the window, and good.
Really good. Really good composure from Blanchett right there to make that to finish that shot right there. We've seen her kind of, shuffle the feet and get too quick before, but right there, really good composure from the junior.
First basket for Smoky Valley by somebody other than Adrian Hazelwood. Here's Pearson driving baseline, has it knocked away. Now the ball goes off the right thigh of Addison Rohr and out of bounds. It will go back to Smoky Valley as Southeast of Saline has just committed their 3rd turnover. 5:44 left to go here, second quarter. 16-9, Southeast of Saline leads it by 7. Here's Eva Malm bringing it up across the timeline. She'll get a pick from Hazelwood. Southeast does not follow the shooter. They give more attention to Hazelwood. Malm will fire the 3, and it comes off to Maddie Harris. Here comes Harris behind the back, now unloading it left wing to Potacek. Brielle looking at the skip, finds Pearson near side. Abba for 3. Off the back of the rim, no good. But look at Potacek getting the rebound, now feeding out to Harris. Her 3-pointer in. Give that assist and the rebound to Brielle Potacek, and Maddie Harris has her first basket.
And Devin, I know that's something that Shauna Smith stresses all the time. After an offensive rebound, if you can kick it, a lot of times there's an open shot. You have defenders scrambling. Great job from Southeast Saline. Great shot from Maddie Harris. And there's another rebound from Jacobson.
Malm with a 25-footer. Lexi with the rebound. Potacek for 3. Off the backboard and in. Brielle Potacek gets her first basket right after Maddie Harris got her first basket. And those back-to-back threes have put Southeast of Saline up by a baker's dozen. 4:49 left to go here, second quarter. 22-9 in a full timeout. The Lady Trojans lead it on KINA.
Salina Regional's Orthopedic and Sports Medicine is your home field advantage. Our physicians include sports medicine physician Dr. Matthew Pyle, along with orthopedic surgeons Drs. Travis Rump and Todd Riley, plus an A-team of certified athletic trainers and physical therapists. We're ready when you need us to help prevent injuries, enhance performance, or to heal through surgery and rehabilitation. For area athletes to weekend warriors, the home field advantage starts at Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine.
Citizens State Bank has been serving Kansans for over 100 years. We are a full-service bank that can service your personal, business, and agricultural lending and deposit needs. Citizens State Bank offers 24/7 convenience with mobile deposit, online banking, and our ATM conveniently located in front of the building. Stop by and see our friendly and helpful staff. Citizens State Bank at 600 Maple Street in Gypsum, Kansas. Citizens State Bank and Trust Company is a proud supporter of the Southeast of Saline Trojans.
This is Trojan basketball on KINA.
Since Smoky Valley led this game 5-0 midway through the first quarter, Southeast of Saline has outscored them 22-4 and now lead at 22-9. 4:43 left to go here, second quarter. Abba Pearson, Reagan Duran, Lexi Jacobson, Addison Rohr, Brielle Potachik on the floor for Southeast. Here's a deflection from the Lady Trojans. Pearson goes to the knee pads to save it. Now plays it off to Reagan Duran. Duran in the backcourt, dancing with a senior, Clara McElroy. Smoky Valley nearly stole that pass away, but stepped out of bounds on the far side.
And we've seen, since that run, we've seen Southeast Saline go more into a 1-2-2. A zone with, it looks like Abigail Pearson kind of up top, kind of taking care of Hazelwood. Not really a box and one, but still dropping back into that zone. Again, that's something we haven't seen a lot from a Southeast of Saline team in years, especially, under Shauna Smith, because she's had so much depth. She really loves man-to-man defense, but what a drive right there from Abba.
Abba put him to sleep with the crossover, didn't she? And then she ends up getting to the rim on the left-hand side and scores her second bucket of the night. The run continues for Southeast of Saline. Now leading it by 15. 3:58 to go. We're halfway through the second quarter. Here's a shot up by Smoky Valley. Boy, they are ice cold right now. But Southeast of Saline cleaning it up, getting a rebound and not giving second chance points. Brielle Potachik on the rebound there. Pearson, left-hand side, now Rohr. Beautiful bounce pass inside. She's feeding Jacobson. Jacobson with a big body touch. That won't go. It bounces off the rim. Addison Rohr on the deck. Saves it to Pearson for three from the corner. Rimming out no good. Addison Rohr with another rebound inside. Her putback partially blocked. Hazelwood will take it. Here comes Adrian leading a 3-on-2 break all the way to the rack. Never thought about giving it up. And she's going to hit the deck and a foul on Southeast.
This is a bloodbath. I mean, they're letting them get away with a lot, and there's a lot of great offensive rebound from Southeast Saline on that side. Didn't work. Hazelwood, what a veteran move right there. I mean, understands there's a lot going on, just attacks the rim, draws the foul. She's at the free throw line for two.
First personal foul on Brielle Potachik. Second team foul for Southeast of Saline here in the quarter. 3:20 left to play. Out of the game, Clara McElroy for Smoky Valley. Back into the contest is Tenley Scott. Hazelwood's free throw, up and good. She missed the first, got the second. 8 points for Adrian Hazelwood. 24-10, our score. Potachik with it on the right-hand side. She's going to drive into the paint. Plays it out to Jacobson in three-point land. Now Pearson on the left. The sophomore will bring it back to the right. Reagan Duran has it. Duran plays it to the left. Potachik has it now. She shakes it back and forth. Ends up inside with Jacobson. Jacobson goes hard to the rack. Can't get that one to go. It comes off to Smoky Valley. Boy, it is a big girls game on the inside. Every time Lexi gets that ball, you can just see her grit her teeth because she knows contact is coming. Now a shot up by Smoky Valley. I think we're going to have a rebounding foul here on Southeast of Saline. We are. And it's going to be against Brielle Potachik. So Brielle picks up two quick fouls here. That will land Brielle and Maddie Harris with two fouls with 2:44 left to go here in the second period.
And sometimes those air balls are really difficult to get off or to get defensive rebounds on because your position for the ball to hit the rim and kind of get the angle. The air ball right there kind of benefited Smoky Valley.
Wide open three by Hazelwood. She got it on the handoff from Blanchett. And now Abba Pearson chasing the long rebound all the way over to the Southeast of Saline bench. Falls out of bounds on the sideline. Smoky Valley will keep it, and they'll inbound right by Southeast of Saline's bench.
Yeah, and that's kind of a no-win situation. Abigail's not going to let that ball just go because you have Smoky Valley players all over you. She just kind of hustles the basketball, finds herself in an awkward position, out of bounds. Ball stays with Smoky Valley.
Inside, another power move. This one by Blanchett. She can't get it to go. Southeast with the rebound. Jacobson feeds Reagan Duran. Duran can't get it to go. Jacobson cleaning up the backside. Lost the basketball, though, on her way to the floor. Now we have bodies going everywhere, and they're going to whistle a traveling violation on Smoky Valley. The officials, not only this being a physical game, the officials are here for it. They're just letting them go.
They really are. And then that's a fortunate call for us. Fortunate call for Southeast Saline. I think there were a couple whistles that could have been blown beforehand. It looks like maybe Brielle got away with a third foul. I mean, she didn't get called for it. Travel called on Smoky Valley. Southeast will take it.
Boy, Abba Pearson just being shoved out of bounds. That gives the official no decision to make. And this foul is going to be whistled against Kat Blanchett, her first personal foul of the day. Second team foul against Smoky Valley.
First person.
Southeast will inbounds on the far side. Along the sideline, Maddie Harris. She'll play it to Reagan Duran. Duran being guarded by Tinley Scott. Pulls up. Now goes cross court to Pearson, who muscles her way to the basket. And now Hazelwood gets the rebound after the miss. 24-10, Southeast of Saline. 2 minutes left to go here, second quarter. Feed inside, shot up, no good. Rebound, Jacobson.
Broken record. Sounds like we continue to say this. This is good.
I have Lexi unofficially with 7 boards so far. Reagan Duran on the right-hand side. She'll swing it around. Jacobson now Pearson. Pearson wanted to feed Douglas down low, but then the defense moved to the front. Wow. And here's Maddie Harris. She says, contact or not, I like this shot, and she scores. Now she has 5.
I really like that aggression from Harris. Just comes off the screens, all of a sudden catches the ball about 13 feet away. Nice finish from Harris.
Nice little high-low move there. Adrian Hazelwood fed it in to Blanchett down low, who had the defender sealed up top. Blanchett couldn't get the shot to go in, but she was fouled, and she'll go to the free throw line for 2. Foul against Sutton Douglas. That is her first.
And Blanchett's athleticism is just through the roof. If I'm not wrong, I mean, exceptional volleyball player. I mean, she's one of the leaders of these, you know, like we mentioned early in the pregame, these teams that continue to make big state runs, and I believe runners-up, you know, at the state volleyball tournament this year. I mean, she is a massive force in there. Really good athlete. The basketball skills, she grows every single year, and you see that the skills as Jacobson rips her 8th board of the game. 2
free throws missed there by Smoky Valley. Reagan Duran for 3, oversends it a little bit. It's an air ball. Hazelwood will run it down, up the floor quickly, and a shot blocked from behind by Maddie Harris. Peters thought she had a free pass, and Maddie Harris denied it. Now up the floor, Southeast. Sutton Douglas can't get her layup to go on the left-hand side, but gets the ball back after it was deflected and nearly stolen away by Jacobson. Boy, Lexi is playing great in this game, and Sutton Douglas is going to be fouled.
She really is, and what a great job from Maddie Harris. I mean, that looked like a breakaway layup for Breanne Peters, and Maddie did such a good job just staying with the hustle but not committing the foul. Gets a block. It goes Southeast way. Great job getting the ball to Duran, who finds Sutton. Here we go, Southeast Saline basketball on the baseline.
And just the elevation on that block, too, because it wasn't something that went against the wall. It went against the backboard. Southeast was able to take that possession away. Here's Southeast on the inbounds play. Ends up with Harris. Big high leg kick. She's going to go around the defender. Now hand it off to Jacobson. Lexi bumped off her path. Now goes to Pearson. She's stripped as she tries to drive. But here's Sutton Douglas coming crashing in. Smoky Valley rolls over with the basketball, and they pass it out of the trouble. Under a minute left to go. 44 seconds. To the right-hand side. Malm wanted the 3. She's jacked up a few of them here in this game. Now they'll force it inside to Blanchett, who steps through a double team. Can't get that shot to go down. Douglas with the rebound. Half a minute left to play, and Maddie Harris will slam on the brakes. Southeast playing for one last look here and a chance to extend this 16-point lead.
And again, great composure, just slowing it down, not wanting to run. You'll take a 16-point lead in a half. You got to call foul.
Yeah, when you're shoved into the backcourt, there's a line there. Either you're going to have to call over and back, or you're going to have to call a foul. And the official forced to call a foul. And this will go against Peters, her first. Both teams at the limit now for 13 and a half seconds. They both have 14 fouls.
Again, I don't know if that's a foul that we would see if we weren't so near the backcourt line. You know, it's really physical play that we've seen Smoky Valley play all night, but fortunate enough for Southeast Saline. Easy call when you get pushed into the backcourt.
Last 10 seconds. Duran has it on the right-hand side. Now Jacobson, clock down to 6. Harris has it. Long ways away from the basket. Over to Duran. She shoots a 3. It's an air ball. Douglas had it in her hands, but then tried to dribble back. She was caught underneath the backboard, tried to reestablish, and she dribbled off the foot out of bounds. So Smoky Valley will have it with 1.1 seconds left. They will just throw it in bounds here, and Hazelwood will take the three-quarter court shot. It comes up short, and we are at the half. What a performance from the Southeast of Saline Lady Trojans. They put up 13 points in each quarter, and they lead 26 to 10. Checking my math there. 26 to 10 at the end of the second quarter, as Southeast of Saline outscored Smoky Valley by a count of 26-5 after trailing 5-0. When we come back here on the Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories halftime report, we'll have stats from the first half. We'll also talk to Bryson Flax. That's coming up next. See what the Southeast of Saline guys have been up to. Halftime is here with the Lady Trojans leading it 26-10 on KINA.
Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories. Everything to bling out your ride in one place, including top quality lift kits, wheels and tires, bumpers, Jeep accessories, fender flares, bed covers, bed liners, step bars, even custom painting. Knopf Auto is the and soil dealer and has many synthetics and filters in stock. Visit Knopf Auto on Facebook for specials, great ideas, and let them make your truck stick out in a crowd. Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories, supporting the Southeast of Saline Trojans.
Hi, everyone. It's Flanell Garrettson from SalineHomes.com. It's a new Trojan basketball season, and our coaches have devised a solid game plan. Just like basketball, to reach your goals in the real estate game, we need to have a dynamic game plan. I enjoy working with many of our Trojan supporters in all aspects of real estate. Upsizing, downsizing, investments, town or country. One call to me, and we will get your personalized game plan ready to win. Go Trojans!
Buy or sell, call Winnell at SalineHomes.com.
This is the Trojan Halftime Report. Coming up, a first half recap. Shot at the horn! Stats, interviews, and a look at other area games. Now, let's get back to the gym for Trojan Halftime on KINA.
After Smoky Valley established a 5-0 lead to start this game, Southeast of Saline has outscored the Lady Vikings 26-5, and they have a 26-10 lead into the locker room here at halftime. Welcome back on the Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories halftime report. We're now talking with head coach of the Southeast of Saline Trojans, Bryson Flax, as we look ahead to the second game of our doubleheader tonight. Let's look back at your opener on Friday night, playing a very tough Heston team and a rematch from a couple of different meetings that you had with them last year. What were your overall thoughts on this game after you had a chance to reflect on it?
Defensively, truthfully, I thought we were better than we've been practicing, so that was encouraging. We turned the ball over too much, gave up a lot of offensive rebounds. We got to be better in the toughness category. But defensively, I thought we were fairly good.
When you say toughness, the first thing that really comes to my mind is that magical phrase 50-50 ball, right, where you can win that battle and it makes so much difference in the outcome of the game. We hear Bill Self preach it all the time about loose balls, rebounds, things that are in question during the game, that you come out on top on that count. Toughness is part of the 50-50 ball count, and you told me off the air that you guys did not win that battle on Friday.
Yeah, absolutely. It's part of that, and no, we actually got smoked, in that category. And the good thing is, if you take those plays out of it, which you can't take those out of a basketball game, but if you take those out of a basketball game, we're right there. So we kind of shot ourselves in the foot in a lot of cases. And don't get me wrong, Heston turned us over. We didn't just hand it to them, and they made us take, questionable shots, and they were physical with us, and they did a really nice job. But we have to be able to play through a lot of that stuff to get where we want to be.
The team that you had the last few years, we always talked about how well they shared the basketball, and almost at times we talked about them being too unselfish, maybe making an extra pass when they shouldn't have. I think this is one thing that this team is going to have to learn, just because of chemistry and kind of being on the floor together in a varsity setting, because your assist count was also pretty low. There was shot selection issues I know that you were taking into account that you told me after the game, and that's just something that is going to come with experience, isn't it?
Yeah, you think about it. We missed out on our jamboree due to weather, and so really these guys have played in 2 summer tournaments and 4 other doubleheaders throughout the summer is all they played together, in terms of with Owen, with Omar, with Isaiah, Grady, those guys. And so it's going to be a work in progress, but I think we got our eyes opened a little bit to what we need to do, which is encouraging. And I think, the guys want to go out, they want to compete, they want to be successful. Now I just told them it's kind of up to them, what they do to get to that point. Because the 50-50 balls are non-negotiable if you want to win.
What do you think about the Smoky Valley team? This is a team, Tyler and I were talking. It's kind of like Abilene, right? They teeter back and forth. They're a larger school, but they're right down the road. The proximity works out. I know this is a game that has been really kind of fun to watch when you look at Smoky Valley and Southeast over the years, and it's built into a little bit of a rivalry, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has. The kids tend to know each other fairly well, and one thing about Coach Schneider over there is that he's gonna keep you guessing defensively, or offensively on your end. He's gonna keep switching defenses, changing looks, kind of muddy up the waters and see if they can stay in games. And this year, they got a transfer in who's a 16-7 guy last year at Lions. He can play, and the Blanchette kid can play, and so I'm expecting a fun one tonight, and we just got to one step forward, from Friday to today. Is what we're looking to do.
What do you want to see most from your guys tonight?
I want to rebound at a higher level, 100%. And then balls on the floor. We need guys on it. And it can't be we're bending over. We almost got on the floor. Almost decided to get on the floor. We're on the floor. You know what I mean? We got to be tougher. And so those are the big things. Defensively, again, we were pretty good. Hopefully we can match that or get or exceed that. Offensively, offense is going to come. I'm not worried about it. But the toughness and the 50-50 balls, we got to get it.
Good luck to you. We'll talk to you after the game.
Thanks, Devin.
Bryson Flax, he's the head coach of the Southeast of Saline Trojans. His guys tonight looking to rebound from a season-opening loss last Friday night at Heston. They will play Smoky Valley, who is also looking for their first win of the season. Back with more Southeast of Saline basketball after this on KINA.
Knauf Auto and Truck Accessories. Everything to bling out your ride in one place, including top quality lift kits, wheels and tires, bumpers, Jeep accessories, fender flares, bed covers, bed liners, step bars, even custom painting. Knauf Auto is the AmSoil dealer and has many synthetics and filters in stock. Visit Knauf Auto on Facebook for specials, great ideas, and let them make your truck stick out in a crowd. Knauf Auto and Truck Accessories, supporting the Southeast of Saline Trojans.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at salinapost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
Does your free checking put more cash in your account? Does it give you free range access to ATMs nationwide? If not, tap into super-powered free Kasasa cashback checking at the Bank of Tesket. Visit bankoftesket.com to learn more. Member FDIC. Qualifications, rules, and limitations apply. Rates, rewards, and restrictions may vary by account. Contact institution for details.
We're growing your way. We're the Bank of Tesket.
Stardust Trophy in downtown Salina is your full-service headquarters for trophies and awards for club and sporting events. But did you know Stardust Trophies also makes employee name tags with your company logo? They engrave executive awards like desk clocks and pen desk sets. They imprint artwork and photos on t-shirts, coffee mugs, mouse pads, even personal calculators. Stardust Trophy carries clear sports ball holders on wood bases for treasured or autographed balls from footballs to golf balls. Go to full-service Stardust Trophy, 121 South Santa Fe, downtown Salina.
This is Trojan Basketball on KINA.
Welcome back here, ready to start third quarter action. Southeast of Saline leading over Smoky Valley 26-10. Some other scores to pass along to you. Some of these kind of all over the place because it is preseason tournament time, so some are finals, some are halftime. Let's go over the finals for you. Clifton Clyde's boys beat Harrington 65-29. The Clifton Clyde girls beat Harrington 57-19. Rock Creek's girls leading Abilene at half 21-16. Hutchinson's girls leading Salina Central 25-18 at halftime. These two scores at the end of the first quarter. Minneapolis leading El Saline 17-2 at the end of one. Also at the end of one, Salina South leading Junction City 24-2 at the end of the first quarter. Here it's 26-10. Southeast of Saline, really a group effort. Reagan Duran and Lexi Jacobson leading Southeast of Saline in scoring. They each have 6. 5 points for Maddie Harris, 4 points for Abba Pearson, 3 points from Brielle Potachik, 2 points for Sutton Douglas. Smoky Valley being led right now by Adrian Hazelwood with 8. Southeast of Saline starts out with the basketball and a 16-point lead. Brielle Potachik with it. She fires it off left. Abba Pearson. Pearson, quick look inside to Addison Rohr. Now she'll opt for the right wing pass to Brielle Potachik. Tyler, what'd you see in that first half that you liked from the Southeast team?
Physicality and defense. Physicality, defense, and rebounding. You see Abigail Pearson missed that 3 right there, but it's exactly what we talked about at the opening. It's play defense and get rebounds, and boy, howdy did Lexi Jacobson fill that void that we needed her to fill. She's, like we said, unofficial. We got her at 8 rebounds, 6 points, on her way to a double-double, just dominating down low.
Here's Hazelwood inside. The leaner drops it over the front of the rim. It's up and in. Adrian Hazelwood in double digits with 10. She's just not getting a lot of help, though, out of the rest of her team. She has 10 of their 12 points. Here's Potachik. She'll drive, collect the defense, play it out now to Pearson. Pearson comes all the way around the horn, top of the key. Inside pass now, Potachik to Jacobson. Lexi just getting bumped clear off the block. Now they play it out back into Lexi, who reestablished position. Doing that, Lexi lost the defender. She's able to score.
Yeah, and a great job from Brielle. Brielle gets the ball. She drives baseline, draws Hazelwood on her, leaves Lexi wide open. Great little two-man game right there for the finish for Jacobson.
That play may be called, we've played together our whole lives.
Exactly.
Another 2 points for Jacobson. Blanchett inside trying to step through a double team. Not so sure she didn't take too many of those steps to get around the double team. Now Addison Rohr has a rebound, and she's pulled to the floor. First foul of the game here in the third quarter belongs to Smoky Valley.
And see, I love that step through for Blanchett. I think that's something that we've talked about. We talked about this on Friday night. It's the jump stop and then the step. I thought she utilized her 2 steps extremely well. I'm glad that wasn't called a travel. It's one of those things that's inconsistent, but Blanchett, I thought, did a great job. Misses the shot. Works out well for Southeast Saline.
Pearson tests the baseline on the left-hand side. She shut off. Now back up to Lexi Jacobson in three-point land. Couple of quick dribbles there from Lexi. Now back to Maddie Harris, who needs help. There's Brielle. Potachik. Now working right-hand side, gets a screen. Little pick-and-roll opportunity now to Jacobson on the pop.
Okay.
And she's going to hit the 3. Lexi Jacobson for 3. And she has started out with 5 points here in third quarter.
And we're now seeing Southeast Saline patient on offense. And that's something, I mean, again, you look back to Friday night, they kind of had to be in a hurry on Friday night. You know, they fell behind, kind of had to rush. Now you're seeing patience, offense, wide open shots, basketball gods. They always will celebrate that great 3 from Lexi Jacobson.
Here's Hazelwood inside, ends up with a loose ball right in her lap. A look what I found basket for Adrian Hazelwood, who now has 12. Lexi Jacobson hitting that 3 last season, the whole season, by the way. Lexi Jacobson was 1 of 9 from three-point land. Here's a shot put up by Southeast. That's no good. Blanchett will clean it up. 31-14. We're about 3 minutes into this third quarter. Southeast of Saline going after a Smoky Valley team here on the road, led by Adrian Hazelwood, who jacks up a 3. That's missing. Pearson with the rebound. Here comes Abba.
And we've seen this before. We've seen how one team or one person has to kind of carry a team, and you're seeing that. What a drive. Never mind. What a drive from Abigail Pearson.
Abba put him to sleep. She got a little bit of a chip screen up high from Jacobson and went all the way to the basket with her left hand. One of the things I love about Abba Pearson, she is downshifted this year from being a freshman to being a sophomore. It just looks like she is so much more composed, but also you can watch her play a whole game, Tyler. You don't know if she's left-handed or right-handed.
No, you don't, and we talked about that. It looks like it's Blanchett that's guarding her. So Blanchett's up high as we see a foul right there. Just a loose ball, trying to get a rebound foul, but we see Blanchett up high. That's a tough matchup for the 6-foot-tall Blanchett to try to keep up with Pearson, who we see so good down low and on the perimeter.
Blanchett and Addison Rohr got tangled up for the rebound. They both hit the deck. Foul goes on Addison Rohr, which is her second. She will go to the bench. Shauna Smith asking about that, how she can get ripped down from behind, I'm assuming, and that be a foul. Reagan Duran is going to come in, though, along with her, Sutton Douglas. It will be Rohr and Potachik to the bench. Quick three-pointer off the inbound. Smoky Valley, that's no good. Weak side rebound taken in by Pearson. She'll feed it off to Maddie Harris on the outlet as we approach the halfway mark of the third quarter. Harris to Jacobson in the corner. Jacobson tried to go to the basket, got it stripped. That's the first turnover of the half for Southeast of Saline. Beautiful break by Smoky Valley that ends up with a Tinley Scott fadeaway layup on the left-hand side. Her first basket.
Really good ball movement. I thought Tinley Scott did a great job just composing herself, keeping her body in control. Great finish from Scott.
First bench points for Smoky Valley in this game. 3:45 left to go here in the third. Duran has it in the keyhole. Bounces back and forth with the crossover. Now to Pearson. Pearson all the way to the cup. Reverse layup. Trickles off the rim. It won't fall down. And Tinley Scott gets the rebound for Smoky Valley. Here come the Lady Vikings back the other way with Hazelwood. She's on the right-hand side of the floor. She'll come up, run a no-pass offense, throw the shot up. That's no good. Offensive rebound being kept alive down low, though. And it's going to be free throw opportunities coming up here for Trista Spittler.
Yeah, it looked like Spittler did a really good job. Ball was tapped around a few times. She comes down with it strong, goes right back up without bringing the ball down low, keeps the ball up high. She's rewarded with 2 free throws.
A couple of free throws coming up here after Sutton Douglas collects her second personal foul. Free throw up and no good. Smoky Valley right now from the free throw line, not good again. She is going to score and get fouled and a chance at a three-point play. That foul on Abba Pearson is her second. Couple of different Southeast players with foul trouble, none of them with 3 fouls yet. And we're going to have a 30-second timeout called by Southeast of Saline. With 2:58 left to go, third quarter, 33-18 is our score. Southeast of Saline basketball, presented by Salina Ortho.
Home Automotive Center in Abilene and Salina has been named Dealer Raider in 2023 for Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC. What's that mean? It means when you buy a vehicle at Home Automotive, you will receive the absolute best in service. Now for the 11th consecutive year in Abilene and the first for the new Salina location. Home Automotive just keeps exceeding your expectations because you are the #1 priority, and that is just one reason why. When you shop at Home Automotive Center in Abilene and Salina, you're going to be glad you did.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Hoops on KINA.
Devin Haney, Tyler Smith, Brian Dennett providing live stream video on SalinaPost.com, courtesy of Salina Ortho. Got a good one here. Southeast of Saline playing well, 33-18. They have the lead, 2:58 left to go here in the third period. At the free throw line, out of the timeout, Trista Spittler waiting to shoot free throws. Her third free throw attempt of the night is up, no good. And that is 0 of 3 now on the evening for Spittler, all in the matter of about the last 30 seconds. Ball did not touch the rim. It'll be a dead ball, and Southeast of Saline will have it. Smoky Valley awaits them in a man-to-man defense. Maddie Harris with it. She'll cross the timeline. Look left-hand side. Now we'll go right to Reagan Duran. Top of the circle now to Jacobson. Here's Harris on a drive. Little pick and roll looking opportunity. Ends up with Pearson. She gets caught down low. Can't get the basket off the backboard in a proper angle. Now Smoky Valley has it. Hazelwood all the way to the cup. Will score. Adrian Hazelwood, when she steps on the accelerator, Tyler, she's tough to stop.
Yeah, she really is. Nice little step through. Protected the ball extremely well. Great finish from the senior.
Duran has it. She'll come across the perimeter. Left-hand side now to Potacek. Potacek guarded closely, using that crossover, changes directions, comes back to Jacobson, who dives in the keyhole. Now she'll play it back out. Maddie Harris has it. Harris looking top of the circle. Stopped at the elbow. Step back, two-pointer, all the way around the inside of the cylinder, and it falls out. Blanchett with the rebound for Smoky Valley. 2 minutes left to go here in the third. Smoky Valley nearly lost it. Now they do, but it goes out of bounds off of Southeast of Saline. Lexi Jacobson poked it out of there. Hazelwood will come out here. Eva Malm will check in for her.
Yeah, this is time with Hazelwood out. Now you've really got to, if you're Southeast Saline, you got to put on the gas. We've kind of seen them kind of slow things down offensively. Now you get the ball and you go.
Blanchett takes a three off the inbounds, missed it badly. It landed up in the lap of Pearson. Up the sideline, Duran. Now inside Jacobson. Lexi can't get it to go, and Blanchett has the rebound. Here comes Kat Blanchett up the right-hand side. Potacek there to stop ball and stop the break. Now back out. They'll play it in the corner now to Peters. To Tinley Scott for three. That's no good. Rebound tapped by Pearson into the hands of Maddie Harris. Harris, baseball pass up the floor to Jacobson for two. Lexi Jacobson off the feed from Maddie Harris. I said baseball. The proper term would be softball.
Yeah, and if you're watching that game, via the live stream from Salina Post, it looks like such an easy pass. It's only an easy pass for Maddie Harris. There's not many players that can make that full court pass with one hand. Great pass, great finish from Jacobson.
And off the dribble as well. That was the impressive thing. Here's a foul now for Southeast of Saline. Their 4th team foul in the quarter. Lexi Jacobson, by the way, has 13 points.
And I think that's going to be a third foul on Abigail Pearson, which could be an issue, as we've seen her do so many things on the defensive side and offensively tonight as that first free throw goes in.
Free throw by Clara McElroy, up and good. That is her first point of the night, and the first free throw that Smoky Valley has made here in this third period. They're 1 of 4 here in the quarter. Second free throw off the front of the rim, no good. Fight for the rebound, Lexi Jacobson. That is rebound number 9. 35-21. Southeast of Saline's lead has been shaved from 19 down to 14. And now Maddie Harris's three-pointer comes up short. Here's Blanchett again, all the way down the floor.
Wow.
Her pull-up for 2 is good. Blanchett has 4.
Yeah, strong finish from Blanchett. Looks like there was some contact from Potacek, who was defending the shot, got some body on her, but great finish from Blanchett.
Lead back down to 12. Southeast of Saline now may play for the last shot here of the quarter. They have the ball. 28 seconds left to go here in the third. 35-23. Maddie Harris all the way back out towards the timeline. Head coach Shauna Smith takes a look at the clock, now calls a play. Clock down to 14. Harris starts to float back to the middle after coming to the left-hand side. She'll go to Pearson. Pearson eyeballing some action. Here's Addison Rohr for 3.
Why not?
Nailed it! Addison Rohr, her first basket of the night. And for the second time in this game, Southeast of Saline has a buzzer beater to put points on the board. 38-23, Southeast of Saline back up by 15 as we go to the fourth and final quarter here on KINA.
The Appliance Center. It's where you go to shop for washers, dryers, kitchen appliances, furniture, pellet grills, TVs, and so much more. If you are looking for a local family-owned business, visit the Appliance Center. We're in the big red and white building on South Broadway in Salina. Come experience the Appliance Center difference.
Salina Post and KINA, your home for all things Trojan. The Southeast of Saline Trojan sports stream live on the Salina Post, and you can always listen at 910 AM, 107.5 FM, or at 910KINA.com.
When does normal acute pain become abnormal chronic pain? Chronic pain can be one of 2 types, nociceptive and neuropathic. Each type differs based on what causes it, what it feels like, and what treatments may relieve it. Neuropathic pain can often be managed by a therapy called neurostimulation or spinal cord stimulation. If you suffer from chronic pain, ask your primary care physician for a referral to the Salina Pain Clinic. Our pain specialist will discuss the right options to manage your pain. Online at salinapainclinic.org.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline basketball on KINA.
You don't often see daggers at the end of the third quarter, but I feel like that's what Addison Rohr just dropped on Smoky Valley. Smoky Valley was coming back. They had a little 7-0 positive run. Shaved Southeast of Saline's lead from 19 down to 12. Now it's back to 15 because of that shot from Addison Rohr. Here's a shot inside by Adrian Hazelwood as Smoky Valley starts out with the basketball. She has her back to the basket, throws a shot up, and a foul is called.
When I think right there, you just see how much of a veteran Hazelwood is. She knew there was a lot of contact right there. She just goes up strong. She didn't throw up something soft. Goes up strong. 2 free throws on the other side.
Maddie Harris has her third foul. First free throw by Hazelwood is no good. Smoky Valley 4 of 14 from the free throw line. The 2 players for Southeast that have to monitor foul trouble now are Abigail Pearson and Maddie Harris. They both have 3. Second free throw by Hazelwood is up and good. She leads all scorers with 15. 38-24. Pearson with it. Now Jacobson. They'll swing it right to Brielle Potacek. She'll leave it off for Rohr in the corner. She plays it to Maddie Harris. Harris's athleticism keeps Southeast out of a turnover there. She plays it back in bounds to Brielle Potacek. Now Pearson back to Harris. Harris just ran a country mile. Maddie will stop, left-hand side, looking for somebody to go to. Now finds Jacobson, who pops out for help. Jacobson all the way back to the paint. She'll go to Pearson. Southeast being super duper patient on this possession, and they can't afford to do that. 14-point lead, 7 minutes left to go. Jacobson with it, now to Harris. Harris on the left wing. She'll drag the defender back to the middle, play it back to Potacek. Grell Potacek, a little hesitation dribble. Now back to Pearson. Pearson all the way to the basket, plays it out to Harris. Boy, Southeast just shortening this game.
They really are, just taking away possessions. This is one of those things we talk about Abigail Pearson. You're drawn Cat Blanchett out. She's all of a sudden, Blanchett's not playing in the post. You're going to find yourself, you see a backdoor cut from Harris. Turnover by Southeast Saline.
Southeast took about a minute 15 off the clock there, though. Hazelwood comes up empty on her surge. Lexi Jacobson, another rebound. That is 10 now for Lexi.
Wow.
Long pass up the floor. Jacobson puts those arms out. She saves it from going out of bounds. Back out now to Pearson. Pearson, a little one dribble hesitation move. She stops. As all 5 players on the floor right now wearing purple, touching the basketball, and now a foul called on Brianne Peters.
And Devin, right there, the maturity from Abigail Pearson. Abigail Pearson, after a great catch from Jacobson, ball kind of squirts around, moves around, and she has a wide-open 18-footer. Instead of taking that wide-open 18-footer, passes the ball to Maddie Harris, runs some more offense. You get a foul coming in on Smoky Valley. Now we'll see how much more clock runs off. Right now you're just trying to limit possessions that the Vikings will get.
Nobody really in foul trouble for Smoky Valley in this game. Here's Roar inside.
Not a travel.
She changed pivot feet, the official said, and a traveling violation is whistled.
I really like that move. I like you catch the ball, 2 feet are there. She takes the power dribble. It's one step and then to go to the other. It's one of those, a great step through. It's something that's been taught. It's more popular maybe in the 50s and the 60s. Now we're seeing it kind of a, rebirth of it, if you will. Every once in a while it's going to get called, and there's a travel. Okay. Oh.
They're going to call alternate possession. It will still result in a turnover for Smoky Valley, their second of the half. It's not a game with a lot of turnovers. 7 so far for Smoky Valley, 6 so far for Southeast of Saline. And now we see Smoky Valley forming a little bit of full court pressure. We'll see how Southeast of Saline handles that.
And I think if you're going to see anything, Smoky Valley's they want to use their athleticism. They want to create a press, but they also want to take away those long possessions that Southeast has had, right? They want to give themselves more possessions. And even if it's trading a 3 for a 2 every once in a while, that's what they're willing to do. As you see, a lot of contact right there. It looks like Brianne Peters with the push on Maddie Harris. It's going to be Peters' second, what I have her with. We got third. It's going to be her second team foul. And again, that's one of those things. If you're behind like this, you want to kind of get your team fouls bolstered a little bit because you don't want to find yourself in a 2 minutes, 1 minute left where all of a sudden you have to start fouling a lot to put the team in the bonus.
Potacek with it. Pearson in the backcourt. Harris still in the backcourt. It's Pearson with it in the middle. She's going to come to the left-hand dribble, cross the timeline, hand it off to Harris. Reagan Duran has just checked into the game also for SES. Duran will hand it off to Pearson. 5:22 left to go. 38-24 our score. Southeast of Saline leading. There's a nice curl to the basket by Lexi Jacobson. She is fouled, and now that will be another team foul on Smoky Valley. This will go against Adrian Hazelwood. It's her second.
And now you're seeing kind of Smoky Valley's in that situation. How aggressive do we play defensively? Do we continue to play the way we played, or do we try to go after the basketball? If we commit a foul, everything's all right, but we see the next one will send Southeast Saline to the free throw line.
That was a great catch up top by Lexi Jacobson.
Oh, wow.
Now Pearson all the way to the rack is going to have it stuffed. Here comes Smoky Valley back the other way. Hazelwood with it into the paint. Leaner, shot up, won't go down. Rebound way up high by Lexi Jacobson. Jacobson continues to add to that rebound total. She is solidly in a double-double. Jacobson all the way to the rack. Layup good. Feed from Maddie Harris. Jacobson has 15, and that prompts a timeout from Smoky Valley. It's a full timeout with 4:44 left to go. Smoky Valley wants to talk about it. A 16-point lead for Southeast of Saline when we come back.
Troublesome car repair and everyone has told you it cannot be fixed or it's way too expensive? Try McKim Auto Service in Gypsum, Kansas. They do quick, dependable work and provide the lowest hourly rate in the area. McKim Auto will service your vehicle from front to back and everything in between. They treat you and your car like a friend or even family. McKim Service specializes in engine and transmission rebuild. 701 Maple, Gypsum, Kansas. Wouldn't trust anyone else with my family car. So, if your repair seems grim, remember McKim. Give them a call today to make your appointment.
Your husband is pretty handy to have around. He makes the world's best mac and cheese. He's in the Tickle Monster Hall of Fame. And he can teach anyone how to throw strikes. But a busted pipe in a basement full of water?
Honey, I think we need a plumber.
Is a little out of his league. That's where a homeowner's policy from Shelter Insurance comes in handy. We'll help get your house back in order and your husband back to what he does best.
Hey Salina, come see us at the Kelly Kitchener Agency near the intersection of Cloud and Ohio. We want to be your Salina, Kansas insurance agent.
You're listening to Southeast Trojan Hoops on KINA.
Devin Haney, Tyler Smith back here at Smoky Valley High School. Southeast of Saline leading 40-24 with 4:44 left to go here in the girls' game. Smoky Valley with the deficit and the basketball. Adrian Hazelwood has it up high. Southeast of Saline again showing a zone look here, Tyler.
And definitely right now, you're going to extend that zone as much as possible. You got to know where Hazelwood is at all times. She gets an open three and she misses it, but she's going to pick up another foul. And right now, Abigail Pearson's going to go to the. I guess it's only.
They changed the board. They had 4 up there. They were wrong. Now that's the 4th team foul for Hazelwood. It is her 3rd team foul. So now, technically, Southeast of Saline will shoot free throws on any more Smoky Valley fouls. And we still have 4:25 left to go here in this game. The guard-dominated lineup right now with Potocik, Harris, Pearson, Reagan Duran, and Lexi Jacobson. Potocik turns it over, then tried to get it back and poked it out of bounds. It's the 4th turnover of the half for Southeast of Saline. Here's a check of the Bennington State Bank scoreboard at halftime. Minneapolis girls lead El Saline 30-10. At the end of the 3rd, Hutchinson's girls lead Salina Central 44-22. A final, Salina South's girls beat Junction City 57-21. Here it is 40-24, Southeast of Saline, 4:05 left to play in the final quarter. Hazelwood, lob pass in to Blanchett. She has it stripped away. Maddie Harris. Fancy dribbling by Maddie. Got her out of a precarious situation. She'll play it back now and get it back.
And Devin, I think Maddie's done a great job just controlling the pace tonight. We talked about it earlier. I mean, it's, we usually see Maddie just go. I think she's done such a great job just slowing the game down a little bit, making sure you're putting yourself in advantageous situations.
Here's Jacobson on a tough drive on Hazelwood, and she's going to draw the foul. That's going to be a real bad situation for Smoky Valley. Adrian Hazelwood has just picked up her 4th. Meanwhile, this is a shooting foul. The Southeast of Saline is now in the bonus.
And what a great job from Lexi. Lexi saw that she had an angle, she had a step, and if Lexi Jacobson has a step, if she hits that first one, she's probably going to go to the rack. Great job from Lexi. Love seeing this just confidence grow and grow with the senior.
Made the first one, missed the second one. Pearson got the rebound and then was tied up, and the arrow will go towards Smoky Valley.
Now you're in a situation where Southeast Saline, you just don't, no easy buckets. You want to make sure every single, just drain these possessions, right? You got a 17-point lead, 3.5 minutes left. Just make sure every possession that Smoky Valley has takes some time. Just shrink the game down as much as you can.
Here's a three-pointer up by Hazelwood, and that's good. Adrian Hazelwood, the first field goal of the 4th quarter for Smoky Valley, and there's 3:05 left to play. They've been in a big scoring drought here in this 4th quarter. 41-27, here's a steal. Coming back the other way now. Blanchett has it, middle lane runner. Her shot goes off the rim twice. Jacobson with another rebound. Ball ripped out of there, and it will go to Southeast of Saline.
And again, it's Lexi just fighting down low, getting the rebound for Southeast Saline. Great job from Lexi.
Still in the backcourt here, Southeast of Saline. How good, though, is this for Southeast? You have a lead and a chance to get some work in against the press, too. I mean, this is going to be stuff that you're going to look back on probably in the middle of the season, and your chance to learn from this game action. There's Malm. She takes it away. Big collision at the rim. Maddie Harris is going to get called with the block. Now that is for Maddie Harris.
No, Devin, you're exactly right. I mean, these are situations that, I mean, this game can still get tied. We know Smoky Valley can score buckets very, very quickly. But you've got to get used to these situations. You get used to feeling, feeling comfortable in uncomfortable situations, and right now this is a great time to learn. There's no better time than now.
Malm at the free throw line. Has a high bounce off the rim, off the initial target, but then it falls through.
And I thought Malm did a great job understanding the situation, seeing that Maddie Harris is in a bad spot as Maddie picks up her fourth, but a really strong move from Malm to go to the bucket and get herself to the free throw line.
Second free throw by Eva is up, no good. Long rebound chased down by Harris, who came all the way across the lane and pulled it out at about the 3-point line. 2:10 left to go, 41-28. It's a 13-point lead here by Southeast of Saline as they are trying to get the clock to be one of their allies here in this game. Reagan Duran with it, right wing, placed the ball on her hip. Now she'll play it around the perimeter. Entry pass to Jacobson. Boy, you almost wonder if you want Lexi to attack the rim there with Hazelwood guarding her. Maybe get her into her fifth foul. Pearson over to Duran. She's in a double team and a tie-up of the basketball. Arrow will keep it with Southeast of Saline. Sutton Douglas will sprint to the scorer's table. She will check in and spell the freshman, Reagan Duran.
And I wouldn't be surprised if Duran goes right back in defensively just with her speed and the way she runs around the floor, and that's something you want to get Sutton's strength in there.
Timeout taken by Smoky Valley. It is a 30-second timeout. We're back with more after this.
The Southeast of Saline School District has a long-standing reputation for excellence. This excellence in public education has been a source of great pride and one of the factors contributing to the quality of life in our community. The Southeast of Saline Education Foundation works in partnership with the USD 306 School District and the community that it serves to maximize student potential, thereby creating a lasting legacy, not only for our children, but for our community. The Southeast of Saline Education Foundation salutes the Trojan sports program.
This is Trojan basketball on KINA.
1:53 left to go here at Smoky Valley High School. Devin Haney, Tyler Smith, 41-28. Southeast of Saline leading. They do have the basketball. Abba Pearson set to inbounds it. She will have Brielle Potacek. Now back to Pearson. Pearson picked up one-on-one here by Blanchett. Now she'll hand it off to Maddie Harris. Three-guard dribble weave up top. Potacek and Harris just ran into each other. Maddie doing a good job not crossing the center court line. Here's Pearson now. She had it poked away. Potacek, though, coming and scooping it up. And now they're going to call a really, really soft nickel and dimer foul against Lexi Jacobson. That's going to be a turnover for Southeast of Saline. For Lexi, that is just her second foul. That was a incidental contact situation, I believe.
Well, I thought initially they were going to call the foul on McElroy, who looked like she was almost trying to commit the foul, trying to get, send Southeast Saline to the free throw line. But Lexi gets called at the foul, and just ebbs and flows at the games. Let's see how Southeast Saline handles it.
41-28 our score. 1:25 left to go. Here's a shot up by Tinley Scott. Hits the side of the backboard. It's going to be taken in once again by Southeast of Saline. Jacobson, ball fake, down low, plays it back out to Pearson. 68 seconds left to go. Harris up top, dancing with the dribble, and a reaching foul will be whistled here against Tinley Scott.
And it was almost one of the situations like Southeast just going to continue to play this keep-away game, just waiting to get fouled. Maddie Harris did a good job right there, just staying patient, staying poised. She's at the free throw line for two.
Harris toes the free throw line. She has 4 fouls of her own. 5 points. 2 free throws here coming up. First one is on its way. Takes a strong bounce off the heel and falls out. Southeast has not shot a lot of free throws in this game. They went the whole second and third quarters without any free throw attempts at all. And Maddie Harris will get the second one to go here. They're 2 of 4 in this fourth quarter. 42-28. Smoky Valley with it, a drive. And a shot to the front of the rim, no good. Jacobson, another rebound. 45 seconds left to go. Now Pearson cut down on the far sideline. Abba will go to the free throw line for 2.
And Devin, anytime you go to the free throw line, it's big, especially in the fourth quarter. And going back to your point about playing against the press, How do you hit free throws? How do you handle the situation in the fourth quarter? It's a big lead now. The game is definitely out of hand, but you've got to take these situations and learn from them. You got to be able to go to the free throw line when you're sucking wind and you're struggling a little bit. As we see Abba hit the first, these are big-time free throws no matter what game you're playing in.
7 points for Abigail Pearson. She's looking for 8 with this second free throw attempt. It is up, and it rolls home. Boy, both those free throws looked the same. Shooter's touch there for Abba Pearson, and that puts the Southeast of Saline lead back to 16. It's the biggest it's been here in the fourth quarter. 42 seconds left to go, 44-28. Here's Malm driving to the right-hand side. Flips it out to Tinley Scott. Now to Hazelwood. No look pass. Wow. She whips it down low. That's no good on the shot by Smoky Valley. Now Blanchett gets it and puts it up and in. Blanchett now has 6 points. 20 seconds left to go. 44-30. Harris with it. Runs into a Smoky Valley player, and a blocking foul will be called. That sends Maddie Harris back to the free throw line.
And again, I love that poise from Maddie Harris. I mean, you see a defender out of position. You just attack. She draws the foul. She's back to the free throw line for 2 more.
15 seconds left to play. 44-30. Harris trying to add on to that, and she cans the first. Maddie Harris from the free throw line so far in this game, 2 of 3. She has 7 points. Stick with us in postgame. We'll go over final numbers for you, and we'll turn the corner, get you ready for game number 2 of our doubleheader. Of course, that's the Southeast of Saline guys. Harris with 2 free throws, 8 points for Maddie. 13 seconds left to go here. 46-30 is the score. Boy, a big rebound from Friday night. Not only does Southeast of Saline get the win here, Tyler, but they look good doing it as well.
They really did, just what the doctor ordered. I mean, you come into this game as the final whistle, final horn goes, 46-30 Southeast Saline. It's exactly the kind of physicality and the exact game that Coach Shauna Smith wanted from her Trojans tonight.
46-30, the final score. Southeast of Saline's girls get their first win of the season. When we come back, we'll have final numbers for you. We'll also have a Vernon Jewelers Gym of the Game. It's coming up in postgame, brought to you by Commercial Tire Centers. 46-30, our final. Southeast of Saline wins it on KNA.
Winter travel can be treacherous if your tires are worn out. Stay safe with an inspection at Commercial Tire Company. Cold weather also drops the inflation in your tires. Get them checked today to avoid losing grip or damaging your tires. Commercial Tire will help keep you safe. For repairs that aren't tire related, our automotive and diesel mechanics will fix it right the first time. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th, Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
Visit Vernon Jewelers in downtown Salina, where our service is superior and we have something for everyone on your holiday shopping list. Don't miss our holiday sale going on now. Receive 20% off store-wide on hundreds of fine pieces and surprise someone special this year. See our new line of pet jewelry imported from Italy. Choose one of our American Darling purses made right here in the USA. Shop Vernon Jewelers in downtown Salina. It's the little things that matter since 1884.
The Trojans are experts in precision passes, and Everhart Precision Ag are your experts in grid soil sampling. Everhart Precision Ag does all the sampling and data analysis in-house, keeping it local and close to the farm. They're also your local channel seedsman, selling all seeds with an emphasis in corn and soybeans. Trust Matt Everhart and Lane Hensley at Everhart Precision Ag, serving Saline, Dickinson, McPherson, and Ottawa counties, and also supporting Southeast of Saline Trojans. For more information, visit everhartprecision.com.
When does normal acute pain become abnormal chronic pain? Chronic pain can be one of 2 types, nociceptive and neuropathic. Each type differs based on what causes it, what it feels like, and what treatments may relieve it. Neuropathic pain can often be managed by a therapy called neurostimulation or spinal cord stimulation. If you suffer from chronic pain, ask your primary care physician for a referral to the Salina Pain Clinic. Our pain specialists will discuss the right options to manage your pain. Online at salinapainclinic.org.
Insurance is something we all need in our business, home, car, and life. But do you really understand what's covered? And most importantly, what you are paying for? Hi, this is Rob Carlson in the Salina office of Smart Insurance. Change is good, especially if you haven't looked at your insurance policy lately. I can help you understand what you need and where the gaps are in your coverage. We provide free quotes and take pride in looking out for you. Smart Insurance, with locations in Salina, Abilene, and Harrington. Give us a call today.
Time now for the Trojan Postgame Show on KINA. Stick around for the game recap, final stats, and reaction from the coach. This is Trojan Basketball on KINA.
Back here in Postgame, it's brought to you by Commercial Tire Centers. When it gets cold, your tires lose pressure. It's just science. Look it up. You want to go by Commercial Tire Center. Get your tires inflated, especially if you're out on the highway chasing Southeast of Saline basketball teams as they are out on the road and playing basketball. Well, I tell you what, we drove right into a good game here today. 46-30, Southeast of Saline rebounds from a loss in Game 1. They get a victory here. You want to see the biggest improvement. It's an old cliche, but I firmly believe in it, Tyler, from game number 1 to game number 2, and I think we saw that tonight for the Lady Trojans.
Yeah, we definitely did. I mean, you saw Coach Smith was able to kind of get her hands, into some film and into some drill work, and gosh darn, we saw it. We saw the physicality. Abigail Pearson played massively down low. We kind of saw it in a way different role. We saw Sutton Douglas come in and do some great things down low, but Lexi Jacobson, I mean, she was the focal point that we kind of talked about, like, where was Lexi Game 1? She answered the bell, answered the call tonight. Great job from Lexi. We got her 16 unofficial points, 14 boards. Lexi was phenomenal tonight, and that's the kind of basketball that we've seen Southeast Saline play. They want to get physical. They want to be ugly at times. We saw them fast early, score some easy buckets, and then we saw them really grind it out in the second half.
46-30, our leading scorer was Lexi Jacobson for Southeast of Saline. 16 points for Lexi. She did not score in the second quarter, but in the second quarter, it was one of her heavier rebounding quarters. She had 4 rebounds in that second quarter, had 5 in the fourth quarter in crunch time when it mattered. And as you said, 16 points, 14 rebounds tonight for Lexi Jacobson. She is our Vernon Jewelers Gym of the Game. 8 points tonight for Maddie Harris, 8 points for Abigail Pearson, 6 points for Reagan Durant. So the freshman, after scoring 5 in her debut, follows it up tonight with 6. 3 points for Brielle Potachik, 3 points for Addison Rohr. Southeast of Saline, all in all, 7 of 11 from the free throw line. They cut the turnovers down to only 10 turnovers tonight, 4 in the first half, 6 in the second half. For Smoky Valley, their leading scorer was Adrian Hazelwood with 18 points. Kat Blanchett had 6. Also 2 for Trista Spittler, 2 for Tinley Scott, 1 for Eva Mom, and 1 for Clara McElroy. Southeast of Saline did put Smoky Valley on the line 17 times, but the Lady Vikings were only able to make 6 of them. They were 6 out of 17. Lady Vikings on their own, 9 turnovers as well. It all ends up with a big victory for Southeast of Saline, 46-30. Lexi Jacobson, our Vernon Jewelers Gym of the Game, 16 points and 14 rebounds. We will talk to head coach Shauna Smith about this during halftime of the boys contest. Speaking of that, it's up next. We'll turn the corner, come back with a conversation we had earlier with head coach Bryson Flax. Countdown to tip-off for Southeast of Saline boys basketball starts now here on KINA.
Are you looking for a local brokerage firm to help you with your Medicare, life insurance, and annuities? L&L Advisors is the #1 local Medicare supplement and insurance specialist. Medicare can be confusing. Let the experts at L&L Advisors help make sense of it. Stop by one of 3 locations in Salina or McPherson and speak to an agent about the needs of your family. L&L Advisors, main office at 717 Roach, right off Crawford, and in the Central Mall, Salina, and downtown McPherson. Based on honesty and trust, contact L&L Advisors today.
Hi everyone, it's Flanell Garrettson from SalinaHomes.com. It's a new Trojan basketball season and our coaches have devised a solid game plan. Just like basketball, to reach your goals in the real estate game, we need to have a dynamic game plan. I enjoy working with many of our Trojan supporters in all aspects of real estate. Upsizing, downsizing, investments, town or country, one call to me and we will get your personalized game plan ready to win. Go Trojans!
Buy or sell, call Winnell at SalinaHomes.com.
Head coach of the Southeast of Saline Trojans, Bryson Flax, as we look ahead to the second game of our doubleheader tonight. Let's look back at your opener on Friday night, playing a very tough Heston team and a rematch from a couple of different meetings that you had with them last year. What were your overall thoughts on this game after you had a chance to reflect on it?
Defensively, truthfully, I thought we were better than we've been practicing, so that was encouraging. We turned the ball over too much. Give up a lot of offensive rebounds. We got to be better in the toughness category. But defensively, I thought we were fairly good.
When you say toughness, the first thing that really comes to my mind is that magical phrase 50-50 ball, right, where you can win that battle and it makes so much difference in the outcome of the game. We hear Bill Self preach it all the time about loose balls, rebounds, things that are in question during the game, that you come out on top on that count. Toughness is part of the 50-50 ball count, and you told me off the air that you guys did not win that battle on Friday.
Yeah, absolutely. It's part of that, and no, we actually got smoked, in that category. And the good thing is, if you take those plays out of it, which you can't take those out of a basketball game, but if you take those out of a basketball game, we're right there. So we kind of shot ourselves in the foot in a lot of cases. And don't get me wrong, Heston turned us over. We didn't just hand it to them, and they made us take, questionable shots, and they were physical with us, and they did a really nice job. But we have to be able to play through a lot of that stuff to get where we want to be.
The team that you had the last few years, we always talked about how well they shared the basketball, and almost at times we talked about them being too unselfish, maybe making an extra pass when they shouldn't have. I think this is one thing that this team is going to have to learn, just because of chemistry and kind of being on the floor together in a varsity setting, because your assist count was also pretty low. There was shot selection issues I know that you were taking into account that you told me after the game, and that's just something that is going to come with experience, isn't it?
Yeah, you think about it, we missed out on our jamboree due to weather, and so really these guys have played in 2 summer tournaments and 4 other doubleheaders throughout the summer is all they played together, in terms of with Owen, with Omar, with Isaiah, Grady, those guys. And so it's going to be a work in progress, but I think we got our eyes opened a little bit to what we need to do, which is encouraging. And I think, the guys want to go out, they want to compete, they want to be successful. Now I just told them it's kind of up to them, what they do to get to that point, because the 50-50 balls are non-negotiable if you want to win.
What do you think about the Smoky Valley team? This is a team, Tyler and I were talking. It's kind of like Abilene, right? They teeter back and forth. They're a larger school, but they're right down the road. The proximity works out. I know this is a game that has been really kind of fun to watch when you look at Smoky Valley and Southeast over the years, and it's built into a little bit of a rivalry, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has. The kids tend to know each other fairly well, and one thing about Coach Schneider over there is that he's gonna keep you guessing defensively, or offensively on your end. He's gonna keep switching defenses, changing looks, kind of muddy up the waters and see if they can stay in games. And this year, they got a transfer in who's a 16-7 guy last year at Lions. He can play, and the Blanchette kid can play, and so I'm expecting a fun one tonight, and we just got to, one step forward, from Friday to today is what we're looking to do.
What do you want to see most from your guys tonight?
I want to rebound at a higher level, 100%, and then balls on the floor, we need guys on it, and it can't be we're bending over, we almost got on the floor, almost decided to get on the floor, we're on the floor, you know what I mean? We got to be tougher, and so those are the big things. Defensively, again, we were pretty good. Hopefully we can match that or get or exceed that. Offensively, offense is going to come. I'm not worried about it. But the toughness and the 50-50 balls, we got to get it.
Good luck to you. We'll talk to you after the game.
Thanks, Devin.
Bryson Flax, he's the head coach of the Southeast of Saline Trojans. His guys tonight looking to rebound from a season-opening loss last Friday night at Heston. They will play Smoky Valley, who is also looking for their first win of the season.
Are you looking for a local brokerage firm to help you with your Medicare, life insurance, and annuities? L&L Advisors is the #1 local Medicare supplement and insurance specialist. Medicare can be confusing. Let the experts at L&L Advisors help make sense of it. Stop by one of 3 locations in Salina or McPherson and speak to an agent about the needs of your family. L&L Advisors, main office at 717 Roach, right off Crawford, and in the Central Mall, Salina, and downtown McPherson. Based on honesty and trust, contact L&L Advisors today.
Make sure your equipment is ready to run by letting a John Deere certified technician at Prairie Land Partners inspect it. Their power inspection program is going on now, giving you peace of mind that your equipment will be ready when you need it. From mowers, gators, skid steers, and compact tractors to large ag equipment, Prairie Land Partners technicians are there to keep your equipment up and running. Call, stop by, or visit prairielandpartners.com to schedule your equipment.
Prairie Land Partners. You're listening to Southeast of Saline Hoops on KINA.
Back here on Countdown to Tip-Off, brought to you by L&L Advisors. Devin Haney along with Francis Flax as Coach joins us now. And, boy, this is a big one here. You saw the girls kind of turn it around from Friday night to tonight. You always, I think it's a cliche, but I firmly believe in it. You want to see the biggest improvement in your team from game number 1 to game number 2. We saw that earlier. Now it's the boys' turn. What do you think the keys to success are tonight for Bryson Flax? We just heard his comments. What do you think?
Well, rebounding is going to be a big key tonight, I think. We have to be really good on the boards. We can't limit them on their second chance points.
Yeah.
Heston kind of beat us up on the boards, especially in the second half the other night. We have to get fewer turnovers tonight than we had in the season opener. And the last thing, we have to be more consistent, both offensively and defensively, quarter to quarter, because we had our good spots, and then we went into the valley and didn't do much, and then we rose again. And so we just have to be a lot more consistent.
Some finals for you. If you missed it, you missed a good performance by Shauna Smith's squad. The Southeast of Saline girls tonight, they win 46-30. They started out this game. Smoky Valley got off to a hot start. They had a 5-0 lead, but then Southeast of Saline came back. They closed the quarter on a 13-2 run. They continued that into the second quarter, only allowing Smoky Valley to score 3 points in the second quarter. Southeast of Saline led 26-10 at half, and then ended up going through the second half pretty much in the same fashion, winning 46-30. Southeast of Saline and Smoky Valley both now 1-1. Other girls' finals on the Bennington State Bank scoreboard. Rock Creek tonight beats Abilene 44-26. Hutchinson beats Salina Central in girls' play 56-36. Also in girls, Salina South hammers Junction City 57-21. When we come back, we'll have starting lineups for you. In the tip, it's game number 2 of our doubleheader, and it's the guys' turn. Southeast of Saline in Lindsborg to play Smoky Valley here on KINA.
Farmers, as fall planting season winds down, it's time to start planting for next spring. Phillips Seed stands ready to work with you to nail down the best seed genetics for your operation. They can help you select from their top-performing corn hybrids and soybean varieties, as well as seed treatments to get your crops off to a fast start. Find them online at phillipseed.com, Facebook, on X, or call 785-949-2204. That's 785-949-2204. Phillips Seed, serving, innovating, growing since 1985.
Sage is your go-to source for industrial strength cleaning products, ice melt, floor equipment, paper, asphalt, and just about everything in between. Whether you're a maintenance supervisor, a small business, or just wanting your home to look amazing, stop by 732 North 9th Street in Salina, where we will be happy to assist you. You can also visit us at sageselects.com or call us at 309-1919. Sage Products, the right call every time.
Suburban Appliance Center is your official dealer for Traeger grills. Check out this 6-in-1 versatile unit that grills, bakes, smokes, roasts, braces, and barbecues. Suburban is your exclusive dealer for the Traeger Timberline series, and they have your Traeger spices too. Suburban Appliance Center, they are locally owned and they offer appliance brands like Amana, KitchenAid, Whirlpool, and of course Maytag. Suburban also offers exceptional service. Suburban Appliance Center, 1900 South 9th.
Insurance is something we all need in our business, home, car, and life. But do you really understand what's covered? And most importantly, what you are paying for? Hi, this is Rob Carlson in the Salina office of Smart Insurance. Change is good, especially if you haven't looked at your insurance policy lately. I can help you understand what you need and where the gaps are in your coverage. We provide free quotes and take pride in looking out for you. Smart Insurance, with locations in Salina, Abilene, and Harrington. Give us a call today.
Mary Maids in Salina offers house cleaning services you can see and feel. Your home is more than just a house. It's where memories are made and moments are cherished. Though life can be complicated, house cleaning shouldn't be. Mary Maids strives to take the stress out of your day so you can live your life your way. With more than 40 years experience and an advanced time-tested cleaning process, they can help you reclaim time with your loved ones.
Find Merry Maids on Facebook or check out their website at merrymaids.com.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Hoops on KINA.
Back here at Smoky Valley High School, Devin Haney along with Francis Flax as we get ready for starting lineups. Let's first go over the visiting Southeast of Saline Trojans. They will start Gannon Jacobson, a 6'1 sophomore, along with junior Owen Bailey at 6'1. Connor Castleman gets his first start in his first game. He was ill on Friday night and missed the game against Heston. Castleman, a senior at 6 foot. Daniel Kerr, a senior at 6 foot. And Brenton Leeds, a senior at 6'5". Owen Bailey led the way for Southeast of Saline in the loss Friday with 11 points. Brenton Leeds had 9. Bryson Flax is the head coach. On his bench assisting is Trenton Douglas and Joe Ross. For Smoky Valley, they are 0-1 after they lost at Abilene on Friday night. They will start Taylor Campbell, a senior and a transfer from Lyons. Taylor Campbell last year as a junior at Lyons averaged 16.2 points per game and also 7 rebounds. Kai Blanchett is another name you will hear and another guy you will see a lot on live stream video tonight. He's a 6'5 senior, averaging 10.5 points per game and also 3.5 rebounds last year as a junior. Their supporting cast, sophomore Braylon Olson, who's 5'10", Sam Peterson, who's a 6'1 senior, and Mason Holcomb, who's a 6'2 senior. Smoky Valley is coached by Doug Schneider, who's in his 13th season here at Smoky Valley. He spent 2 seasons as head coach at Marion before coming to Lynchburg. Alan Meyer and Michael Ryan are his assistants. The game in Abilene did not go as they wanted. They were blown out by the Cowboys on their way to committing 30-plus turnovers. And I'm sure we're focused on what Southeast of Saline has to do better, Coach. Smoky Valley wants to cure that turnover bug too, don't they?
Yeah, they sure do. I watched a little bit of that. They were kind of competitive for a half, and then the turnover bug really bit them in the second half, and Abilene just had their way with them. So, they're wanting to clean up their ball handling skills also.
I made the comment earlier that game film between Abilene and Smoky Valley, pretty valuable film for Southeast of Saline, as they will see both of those teams before the holiday break.
Yes, that's very important. And, I think you look down there at both teams. Both teams are looking to improve from their first game. Winning is important, but improvement is going to loom larger than whether you actually win the game. If you don't give it away, you've made improvement.
Of course, Heston always a challenge to start a brand new season with. Southeast of Saline did that on Friday night. I mentioned it's been a long, long time since both the boys and girls from Southeast of Saline lost on the same night. It was 32 months ago. It was a sub-state day in Heston, of all places, where both Southeast boys and girls lost on the same night. Trying to get back on the right track. Jump ball is up. Brenton Leeds will tap it back. It goes into the backcourt where Daniel Kerr will start it out the first possession for Southeast of Saline. Gannon Jacobson has it over on the corner. Now they swing it around. Owen Bailey for 3, and he cans it. Owen Bailey with a corner 3 on a reversal from right to left on Southeast of Saline's offensive possession.
Well, I'm surprised that, Smoky Valley surely watched the film the other night. You don't want to leave him open, that's for sure.
Shot in the inside by Smoky Valley, partially blocked on the right-hand side, but Smoky Valley picks it up and puts it in on the backside by Taylor Campbell. Here's Leeds. He picks up a loose ball, and he's going to score. Brenton Leeds with 2 points. 5-2 is our start here. Southeast leading. Now they take it away. First turnover of the game for Smoky Valley. Jacobson got it before it went out of bounds. Now they'll swing it around. Daniel Kerr has it on the right-hand side. He'll go baseline. Lots of contact. We saw it during the girls' game. Not a lot of whistles, not a lot of fouls called. The officiating crew letting these youngsters play.
Got a couple of JUCO officials out here. They refereed for me way back in the day.
There you go. Here's a steal now by Smoky Valley as Blanchett takes it. He pulls up from 3 and drains it. The southpaw, Kai Blanchett, gets it from 3 and ties the game at 5.
He's a good player, and you can't give him we turned it over. We tried to go from wing to wing. Skip pass is okay, but they're playing a zone. It looks to me like a 1-3-1. I'm not 100% sure here, but Gotta take care of the basketball.
Here's Owen Bailey, long distance three. That rims off, no good. Battle for the rebound is won by Smoky Valley as Mason Holcomb pulls it in. Holcomb now up the floor. Smoky Valley, a couple extra passes. Trying to get it to Blanchett on the left-hand side. It's stolen away from Jacobson. And Gannon Jacobson here early has a couple of takeaways on defense. Second turnover for Smoky Valley.
Well, that's, you want to see us be aggressive, and I'm sure they're going to be aggressive. So this should be, I look for this first half to be just tit for tat.
Samuel Peterson with a foul there. It's the first one of the game for Smoky Valley. Leeds has it. Baseline extended in that short corner. Over to Bailey. He's trying another shot from where he made his first one. That one's going to rim off, and it's Blanchett with the rebound for the Vikings. 5-5 is our score. 5:45 left to go here in the first quarter. If you're just tuning in, Southeast of Saline's girls won 46-30. Here's a step back three by Campbell that's up from the Coffin corner far side. That's no good. Bailey with the rebound for the Trojans. Here comes Owen Bailey. One-handed pass up the floor to Daniel Kerr. Kerr looks inside briefly, now plays it back. Now he goes short corner to Leeds. Back to Kerr. Jacobson, he'll try the three. Too strong, no good. Blanchett inside. Out jumps everybody for the rebound.
Well, we got to have Gannon do something for us this week offensively. He's got to be better, but he's still in that football mode, I think.
Here's a drive to the basket for Smoky Valley, and the first foul called on Southeast of Saline of the game. And they're going to say it's on Gannon Jacobson.
And getting back to Gannon, he's got a lot of potential.
Mm-hmm.
Sophomore, but we need him to be able to offset what Bailey does as far as shooting goes. We have to have them both going.
Little floor balance always helps, doesn't it? Here's Braylon Olson at the free throw line. He gets his first free throw to go down. And you talk about football mode, it is a thing. I don't care what anybody says. These guys play so far late into the season with Southeast of Saline and Mitch Gebhardt that the transition is awfully very sudden over into basketball season. All of a sudden you're under the lights in the gym instead of on the field.
Yeah, that happens. It happens every year.
Yep.
So, we have to be used to it, and we have to, just let ourselves, let the guys adjust to it. Sometimes that means a slow start.
Tried an entry there to Leeds. It was poked out. Southeast saved it, but then they played it over to Bailey, who dropped the basketball out of bounds. First turnover there for Southeast of Saline.
Yeah, sometimes you don't mind a turnover, but an unforced turnover you don't like to see. And that's definitely what that was.
We didn't see Castleman on Friday night. He was sick, Coach. What does he bring to this team?
Oh, he's a defensive specialist.
Right on cue.
Yeah.
He takes it away. Connor Castleman, really quick hands up high. It ends up with Bailey for three on the right wing, and he drills it. Owen Bailey gets his second three-pointer of the night. Southeast back up by 2.
Yeah, it's no secret that I trained some of these kids in the fall, and I had Castleman, I had Owen Bailey, I had Brenton, I had Kirby Davis, and those guys had spectacular workouts for 2 months, and Castleman is a defensive specialist.
We kind of saw him progressing last year during the JV season into a guy that was taking more control, more of a leadership role during those JV games.
Yeah, go back to his sister. He has a lot of the same traits she does. They're pretty competitive.
Pass down to the baseline. Castleman on Blanchett right now, poked it away, couldn't get the basketball. Blanchett's going to save it. Now a Viking hits the deck. They drive to the basket, hand it off, and an easy one over the front of the rim there for Kai Blanchett. He has 5. Score back even now, 8-8. Over halfway through this first quarter, 3:39 left to go here in the opening period. Kerr has it on the right wing. Down to Leeds along the baseline. Now back to Kerr.
Come on, Danny, go to
He'll
the bucket.
Slash into the lane. Get the shot up. That's no good. Missed it just a little bit off to the right and the back heel. And now a stop on defense here by Jacobson. Leeds going after it, trying to save one of those balls. And it's going to go out of bounds. It will stay with Smoky Valley as Britton unable to save that. Grady Gebhardt will check into the game. Also with Grady comes Kirby Davis.
Well, I think one of the things that Coach Flax talked about was let's go after some loose balls. And that was a good example right there.
Christian Ryan, a sophomore, 6'4", comes in for Smoky Valley. his first appearance. 8-8, 3:15 left to go. Southeast of Saline playing defense here. Both these teams looking for their first win of the season. Here's Blanchett, a turnaround from the right elbow, and that 15-footer is an air ball. It goes back over to Southeast of Saline.
Yeah, that's if he takes that shot, why we'll be in good shape, because that was a contested shot, and he just forced it up there.
Kirby Davis with it in the corner. A little brief double team in that zone. Finds Kerr in a soft spot. Danny can't get it to go off the left-hand elbow. Here comes Smoky Valley running back the other way. High screen from Blanchett. Now he has the basketball. He'll attack the rim, leave it off right-hand side, and that layup crawls out. That was an attempt there by Christian Ryan as Southeast of Saline dodges a bullet there. Southeast back on their offensive end. Boy, you talk about offense. The JV game tonight for Southeast of Saline was really good. They scored a ton of points. Here's Gebhardt for three off the front of the rim. That won't go. Rebound tipped around. Mason Holcomb will take possession for the Vikings.
Our three football players are having trouble finding the rim right now.
Oh, they are. Here's a fake of a shot. The defender goes flying by, and Christian Ryan puts it in for a 2-point Smoky Valley lead. His first basket of the night.
We got caught sleeping that time. We didn't get back.
10-8 our score. Here's Bailey on another three. He unleashes it left-hand side. That's no good. And Blanchett smacks Leeds in the head. And this will be a foul down low on Kai Blanchett, battling for that rebound. His first of the day. Second team foul for Smoky Valley. Jacobson enjoyed a short break. Now he's going to come in, give Daniel Kerr his first rest of the night.
Jacobson back in for the Trojans.
10-8, Smoky Valley, Southeast of Saline ready to run some baseline offense here underneath their own basket. They get it into Brenton Leeds. He has it stolen away by Taylor Campbell. Campbell now up the floor. Nobody picked him up defensively. He's going to shoot a wide open three and drain it. Boy, transition defense mistake there by Southeast of Saline. And Bryson Flax is going to call a timeout. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll take it as well. 13-8, Smoky Valley leads it by 5 here on KINA.
Maybe you don't play quarterback or make the highlight reel. Maybe you're not a high school athlete anymore. But just like an athlete, you can get first-class orthopedic care from Saline Ortho. Their doctors and staff strive to get you back to an injury-free, pain-free life as quickly as possible. Saline Ortho has a doctor on call 24/7 for all orthopedic injuries. So next time you're injured, trust the experts at Saline Ortho. Your voice, your choice, past, present, and future. See them online at salineortho.com.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline basketball on KINA.
Devin Haney, Francis Flax back here in Smoky Valley's high school gym. Southeast of Saline and Smoky Valley doing battle here. 13-8 the score. Smoky Valley with an early 5-point lead.
Yeah, that was uncharacteristic of Southeast. You get a out-of-bounds play under your basket, and you give it away to them, and nobody's back.
Owen Bailey.
And we all know that Campbell can score.
Yeah, yes he can. Here is Leeds down low, kicks it out. Bailey will try a three off the inside-outside, and he gets it. Good offense there by Southeast of Saline. Leeds able to find the opposite floor where Bailey was, and he was able to knock it down off the kick out.
Yeah, that was a good kick out. I'd like to see Brenton, though, do a little move in that post and get after it. I'd like to see him muscle himself to the basket.
Here's a foul out high around the top of the key now called against Southeast of Saline. It's on Gannon Jacobson, and for Jacobson, that is his second personal foul. He has both of Southeast of Saline's fouls here early on in this game. And Gannon not set to come out here on this most recent three-man substitute pattern for Bryson Flax, but they're going to have to think about maybe spelling him a little bit. And here's Omar Calzada deflecting the basketball back at the Smoky Valley inbounder and gets a turnover out of Smoky Valley. They're fourth.
That's a nice play, and that's one of those turnovers that the Vikings don't want to see.
Active hands there by Omar Calzada, the transfer from Salina South. Here's Castleman with it. Through the paint, up high to Kerr. Now they turn it back around. Calzada has it back in the double team and has it deflected and taken away.
They got to look for the post players. Kirby Davis was posted up there. Nobody around him. We missed him.
Blanchett goes to work. Feels like he has a mismatch there against Castleman. He scores over the top. Kai Blanchett leading the way for the Vikings. He has 7 here in this first quarter. Castleman on the left-hand side, swings it back around up high. Care. Now Jacobson on the right-hand side. Jacobson with a soft pass. It's stolen away by Smoky Valley. Each team now has 4 turnovers. Vikings have it. 28 seconds left to go here in the first. An unattended shooter up top. They closed in late. Calzada was able to get there and get a hand in the face of the shooter that time, Braylon Olson. It ends up being an air ball. Now Jacobson will come out of the game as Owen Bailey checks in, protecting Jacobson now on those 2 fouls. Blanchett will also get a rest here for Smoky Valley for the last 22 seconds. Bailey has it. Skip pass to Kirby Davis. Top of the circle. He plays it to Care. Little lob pass now to Calzada. Skip pass over the top to Castleman. Clock down to 12. Care back left-hand side to Castleman. He'll bring it now right to Bailey. 8 seconds left on the clock. Skip pass back to Castleman. His three-pointer off the heel, no good. Bailey with the rebound. 3 seconds. Back to the rim. Bailey has to do something with it. He's tied up, and the buzzer will sound, and that is the end of the first quarter. 15-11, our score. Smoky Valley leading Southeast of Saline by 4. Back with second quarter action. You're listening on KINA and watching live stream video free of charge on SalinaPost.com. Thanks to Salina Ortho.
Frisbee Construction is a service organization for the commercial grain industry dedicated to giving you the best in planning, the best in quality, and the best of workmanship, and overall the best value for your dollar since 1949. Frisbee Construction specializes in new construction as well as remodel and repair of grain handling facilities throughout the Midwest. Frisbee Construction Company in Gypsum has emergency crews available as needed. For more information, go to frisbeeinc.com.
Don't get caught on empty. Fill up on all your basic needs at Aceria Oil and Hardware. We want to be sure you are fueled up and ready for whatever may be around the corner, no matter what time of day. Now live at Aceria Oil and Hardware, 24/7 pumps. No matter what time of day or night, your gas and diesel tanks can rely on us. During regular business hours, you can get your favorite pizza and snacks to have enough energy to win the day. Aceria Oil and Hardware, located in Aceria at the corner of Center and Main. We'll fill you up.
You're listening to Southeast Trojan Hoops on KINA.
Back here at Smoky Valley High School, where the Vikings lead Southeast of Saline. Entering the second quarter, it's 15-11. Smoky Valley will start out with the basketball. What do you think, Coach, after that first period?
Well, it was entertaining first half. Both teams had too many turnovers, of course, but it's early in the season, and hopefully you work those out. But several of them have been unforced, and that's the unfortunate thing.
9 of 11 points coming from Owen Bailey on the outside. How does Southeast get others involved?
Well, like I told you, Jacobson can shoot it. He's just got to get in the rhythm. He's got to hit a bucket and give himself some confidence.
There's a defensive stop by Omar Calzada. The kick out, Kirby Davis into the corner to Bailey. His three-pointer won't go, but there's how you generate some offense. The easiest thing to do is put back an offensive rebound, and that's what Omar Calzada did. His first bucket of the quarter in the game.
That was a nice putback. I think he went with opposite hand.
He did. Very crafty. We can get him settled in. He looks like a player, doesn't he? Here's a three-pointer now by Smoky Valley on the left-hand side. Mason Holcomb with his first basket of the night.
Well, you got to close out better than that. Kirby was there, but he just stood back there and didn't put his hand up.
Kirby Davis along the baseline, drives, kicks it out to Care. His three won't go down. Calzada comes soaring in again. This time the rebound off his fingertips to Smoky Valley. Vikings attacking the right-hand side of the floor. A stop by Olson. Now he's going to play it out to Blanchett. Kai wanted that long-distance three. Castleman there to shut it down. Now Olson has it. He'll go to the top of the key, and a ball that goes off the hands of Kirby Davis. Kirby got his hand in the passing lane, and that will spell Britton Leeds to jump up off the bench. He will check in now for Calzada.
Well, that was good minutes for Calzada there. What he did was nothing short of fantastic, I think.
Yeah. Get some second chance points, get the rebounds. Smoky Valley leads by 5. Over to the left-hand side, they play it. Peterson with it. Now more towards the baseline to Holcomb. Back to Campbell. Campbell turn around in the lane. His shot won't go. Leeds out-jumps everyone for the rebound. Brenton Leeds got into a bad spot. He traveled with the basketball. Didn't have the dribble didn't use the dribble that he had, and a traveling violation after that rebound.
Yeah, and he took his step when he came down with it. Then he took a step left his pivot foot there, but he took a step and then he didn't have any footwork. He couldn't wiggle out of it.
Smoky Valley, their chance to run inbounds offense here. Underneath their own basket, they go to Blanchett, turn around from 12. That's no good. The inbounder now, Olsen gets it. That's no good. Castleman has it for Southeast. Up the floor to Bailey. Owen Bailey all the way to the cup. He plays it across the lane, and it's picked off, stolen away by Smoky Valley. 6 turnovers for Southeast of Saline. On the left-hand side, Campbell with it. Now to Blanchett. Those two playing beyond the three-point line. Passing back and forth, challenging these Southeast of Saline defenders. Campbell now floats towards the baseline. His pass picked off. It's going to be deflected by Castleman, taken away by Kerr. Up the left-hand sideline for Southeast of Saline. They'll swing it around. Castleman for 3. That's no good. Leeds battling for the rebound inside, and they're going to say he was on top of Samuel Peterson, and a rebounding foul called against Brent Leeds.
Well, he went after it, which was very good. There wasn't much contact there that I could see, but at least he went after it. We just got to get somebody else to hit a bucket.
18-13 our score. Smoky Valley still maintaining this 5-point lead. 5:33 left to go here in the second quarter. Olsen with it up top. He is a sophomore. He'll play it high post now to Blanchett. Kai Blanchett goes to work. Takes Castleman into the paint. 8-footer up, no good. Here comes Kerr with it. To Davis up the sideline. Now back to Kerr. They'll swing it to Castleman. Castleman attacks the baseline on the right-hand side, dances between 2 defenders, plays it now, underhand pass to Kerr, who goes all the way to the cup. His left-handed layup will go. Davis tips it out now to Bailey, who dribbles to his left and drops a 3. Owen Bailey has 12, all 12 of those from beyond the three-point line.
Got to get him some help, Devin. We got to get him some help because at halftime, Smoky Valley's not going to let him do that.
18-16 our score. Southeast of Saline back within a bucket. 4:44 left to go. Here's Campbell with a guarded jump shot. Bailey was right there. The rebound comes back to Bailey. 4:35 left to play. Stick with us here at halftime. We'll go over numbers of the first half. We'll also have a conversation with Shauna Smith about her girls that won tonight. Handed Smoky Valley their first loss of the season. They got their first win. Did Southeast of Saline. Bailey with it, now skipping it over to the top to Kerr. Short corner now to Davis. He'll attack the rim. This shot partially blocked, but it's tipped out to Castleman. Bailey for 3. That one off the front of the rim. Bailey going after it, but tried to save it behind his back and could not get it back into the court of play.
Back in the game for the Trojans.
Gannon Jacobson will re-enter the contest. He'll bring with him sophomore Grady Gebhardt. They will replace Castleman and Davis. So it's Bailey, Gebhardt, Jacobson, Kerr, and Leeds on the floor for Southeast of Saline. Also, Christian Ryan comes into the game for Smoky Valley. He'll replace Mason Holcomb. Middle of the floor screen. Smoky Valley handling this three-quarter court. Man-to-man defense. So we're halfway through the second quarter. 18-16 Vikings, leading it by 2. Blanchett has it. 25 feet away from the basket. Now he wants to drive. Picks up a double team. Comes back to the open man. Peterson, though, wanted nothing to do with it. He'll play it back out top to Campbell.
Trojans playing good defense.
Campbell drives on Jacobson. Puts a shot up off the front of the rim. And a rebound by Kerr. And they're going to say the Vikings touched the basketball, trying to get it away from Kerr while standing out of bounds. It will remain Southeast of Saline's possession.
Well, so we got us a ball game. Not a thing of beauty so far, but it's an improvement.
There's a deflection now. Campbell deflected a pass that Grady Gebhardt was sending left. Now he goes back to Owen Bailey after they save it. Bailey's long 3, no good. Leeds passed up a wide open layup inside after he skied to get that rebound. Over to Bailey with a finger roll. And they're going to have an and one situation here. Bailey goes in. I think he finished that with the left hand.
He did.
And contact coming. A 3-point play now the old way for Owen Bailey coming up.
Boy, I wish Brenton would have taken that thing to the bucket. Nobody could have stopped him.
He out-jumped the Smoky Valley defender so bad when he landed, he was wide open. The foul here for Smoky Valley is on Samuel Peterson. He has 2 fouls now. So he and Jacobson, the first ones in the 2-foul club. And Bailey drops the free throw. He can score 3 on the outside. He can score 3 on the inside. He has all but 4 of Southeast of Saline's points right now. And the Southeast Trojans have climbed back in it now 19-18. Blanchett has a strip from behind. Bailey and Kerr took it away. Bailey way out deep. Tickles the twine on the way through. Owen Bailey is on fire. And that's going to prompt a timeout from Smoky Valley with 3 minutes left to go in the second quarter. 22-18. Southeast of Saline with their biggest lead here on KINA.
Looking to take the next step in your career? Consider an MBA from Kansas Wesleyan. You can complete the program fully online in as little as 1 year, and your last class is free. Want to be a part of one of the region's fastest growing universities? Visit kwu.edu/MBA today. That's kwu.edu/MBA.
This is Trojan Basketball on KINA.
Owen Bailey has come to play offensively, 9 points in the first quarter. Now all of a sudden here in the second quarter, he has 9 more. Bailey has 18 points for Southeast of Saline. And while that's fun to watch, Coach, we are sitting here thinking it can't last forever. Somebody else is going to have to step up here for Southeast of Saline. But what a run by Owen Bailey.
That's terrific. But you hit it on the head. Somebody else has to be able to score for us.
KU leads University of Missouri, Kansas City.
22-18 our score. It's the biggest lead of the night for Southeast of Saline of 4 points. Smoky Valley's biggest lead was 5. This is a 9-point swing.
Yeah, and I'm glad to see us pressuring full court now. Make them handle the ball.
Leads, gambles, tries to get the poke
and
away.
A turnover.
And he's going to force Smoky Valley into a mishandle here. Christian Ryan thought he shook Leeds. He probably did, but then as he was speeding up the right-hand sideline, lost the basketball. Turnover number 6 for the Vikings. Southeast with it near the timeline. Gebhardt now to Jacobson. Lob pass back far side to Bailey. Bailey right now going through a heat check symptom probably. He skips it over the top to Jacobson. Now back to Bailey. They put the long-armed Christian Ryan, the 6'4 sophomore, on him. Jacobson goes to the baseline. The deflection ends up with Bailey. He'll play it back top of the circle to Gebhardt. Back over to Jacobson. He'll try a 3. Off the back of the rim, it bounces twice. Doesn't go in. Gebhardt, though, in from the outside. Out to Bailey. Why not? Count another 3. Owen Bailey with 12 in the quarter. He has 20 here in the first half. I guess the way you help out is you just go get rebounds for him, right?
Go get rebounds and find him.
Grady Gebhardt said, I'll do the dirty work. 25-18 now the score. It's a 7-point Southeast lead. 2 minutes left to play in the quarter. Here's good help side defense, but a foul is going to be called. Bailey came over and helped out a little bit there for Gannon Jacobson, and they're going to get the foul on Bailey. That is going to be his first foul, and it's going to send Smoky Valley to the free throw line to try to complete a 3-point play, which is much needed for the Vikings. It will be Taylor Campbell with that big drop step, and he will try to get his free throw tacked onto that 2-pointer there.
Well, like we said before, he's a good player. We know that.
Free throw is up and good. So far, Smoky Valley's 2 of 3 from the free throw line. Southeast of Saline has only shot 1 free throw so far in this game. Here's a break now of the press. Bailey has it, bounces it off the backboard and in.
Well, that's a good look from Brenton Leeds, man. That was a good look. They broke the press, had a 2-on-1, and he got it to the right guy.
Here's Campbell now. He passes it down low. It goes through the net. And Leeds thought he had a block up high, and the official making the signal like he got him with the body. Brenton's just going to smile as he picks up his second foul. So Jacobson and Leeds both have 2 for SES.
Mason Holcomb shooting 2.
To the free throw line, Mason Holcomb for Smoky Valley. He got a 3-pointer early on in this quarter. His first free throw is up and no good. 27-21. Southeast of Saline leads it by 6. 1:36 left to go here in the second quarter. Holcomb's second free throw attempt also missing. Too strong, but Blanchett's going to have the rebound. Smoky Valley's going to keep it momentarily, but then taken away by Leeds. 7 turnovers here in the first half for Smoky Valley. Up the floor with it. Grady Gebhardt touched it momentarily. Now plays it back. He, Kerr, and Castleman playing catch around the perimeter. Ends up with Gebhardt again on the left-hand side. Bailey from 30 feet, and that's an air ball off to the right-hand side.
Yeah, he'll probably come out after that.
Oh, man.
That's what I told him this fall. You shoot one of those, I got somebody at the scores table.
Oh, boy. 27-21.
What fun.
Yes. Remains our score here. This has been a good scoring exhibition by Owen Bailey.
Yeah, well, the problem with that is, though, we create a turnover down there and then give it away.
Yes.
That's the problem.
Grady Gebhardt comes from behind, surprises a Smoky Valley ball handler, steps out of bounds, though, as he takes it away. It will stay with the Vikings. 63 seconds left to go as we round out second quarter action. 27-21, southeast of Saline. Gebhardt again out in that passing lane. Can't get to that one. Goes inside to Blanchett. He's going to be blocked up high by Bailey. Ball loose. Smoky Valley's going to bring it out, and then they're going to say a loose ball foul here against southeast of Saline, and it's going to be whistled against Gebhardt.
21, Grady Gebhardt.
Well, that's being aggressive anyway. Got to give us credit for that.
52 seconds to go. Blanchett, low block off the inbounds, and a beautiful flip as he turns around up high. Blanchett scores his first basket of the second quarter. He had 7 in the first. Here's Castleman now trying to get his way inside. Lost the basketball. Now a couple of Trojans hit the floor. They get up. Daniel Kerr with it. Now to Bailey. Up and under move off the backboard. Won't go. Rebound, Smoky Valley. 35 seconds left to go. In the corner to Campbell for 3. That won't go. Ends up on the opposite side now to Blanchett. Blanchett looking. He's going to go back to Campbell. Now Campbell pushes off Kerr. He's going to get in the lane. Step through. Won't go on the shot. Rebound by Owen Bailey. 17 seconds left to go. Bailey on the left-hand side.
Play for one, boys.
He'll go back to Kerr. Southeast here. Going to close out the quarter. Bryson Flax just throws up the, hey, let's get one shot here. Finish out the half strong. Gebhardt with it. 3 seconds into Kirby Davis. Turnaround shot trickles off the rim, and that will be the end of the half. A productive second quarter, though, for southeast of Saline. They only give up 8 points, and they are able to regain the lead and go into the locker room with a 4-point advantage. 27-23 our score. When we come back, we'll have numbers from the first half. We'll also have a conversation with Shauna Smith about the southeast of Saline ladies and their victory earlier tonight. Halftime is here, and it's brought to you by Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories. Trojans lead at 27-23 at the break on KINA.
Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories. Everything to bling out your ride in one place, including top quality lift kits, wheels and tires, bumpers, Jeep accessories, fender flares, bed covers, bed liners, step bars, even custom painting. Knopf Auto is the and soil dealer and has many synthetics and filters in stock. Visit Knopf Auto on Facebook for specials, great ideas, and let them make your truck stick out in a crowd. Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories, supporting the southeast of Saline Trojans.
Hi, everyone. It's Winnell Garrettson from SalineHomes.com. It's a new Trojan basketball season, and our coaches have devised a solid game plan. Just like basketball, to reach your goals in the real estate game, we need to have a dynamic game plan. I enjoy working with many of our Trojan supporters in all aspects of real estate. Upsizing, downsizing, investments, town or country. One call to me, and we will get your personalized game plan ready to win. Go Trojans!
Buy or sell, call Winnell at SalineHomes.com.
This is the Trojan Halftime Report. Coming up, a first half recap. Shot at the horn! Stats, interviews, and a look at other area games. Now, let's get back to the gym for Trojan Halftime on KINA.
Back here at halftime. 27-23, southeast of Saline's guys leading Smoky Valley. And right now, southeast of Saline riding the offensive attack from Owen Bailey. 23 points here at the break. Time now to look back to southeast of Saline's Lady Trojans and their first win of the season. It happened earlier tonight here against Smoky Valley. 46-30 the score. Head coach Shauna Smith joins us now. And coach, you start out in this game. Smoky Valley is out of the gates. 5-0 was an early lead. And then all of a sudden we see your defense really kind of start to take over a little bit. You did a nice job against their shooters on the outside. But I think more importantly, the really good job from your defense was closing out those possessions, and when they missed shots, you were able to get those rebounds.
Yeah, and I think our emphasis was to, we got to box out and go, not give second chance points, and keep them, like out of the lane, make them take some of those shots that are maybe off balance, whatever. And I thought we did a good job of those things, making them take, not just the set shot. And then I just thought, we came in, went out and played a zone the second right away, a couple minutes in the game, and that just changed the whole dynamics of the game. We didn't leave things open.
You had 6 different players score in the first half. Nobody had more than 6 points, though, in the first half. You outscored Smoky Valley by a count of 26-5 after they established that 5-0 lead. You're up 26-10 at halftime. And I think probably the biggest change for me in the first 2 quarters was the way that Lexi Jacobson was playing tonight. We made no qualms about it. She has to be involved. She's a senior. She's one of your main guns. She's a 4-year player for you. And I tell you what, Lexi came out tonight. She was active on both ends of the floor. She almost had a double-double at halftime, and she was fantastic tonight.
Well, I think one of the things, she wasn't happy about her performance on last Friday night, and she was going to come back, and because our offense does have to run through her, and she has to have more touches than 3 shots. That's all she put up on Friday night. And they're going to everybody's stand behind us if they have any kind of big postman, and we got to get the ball and either, have our postman work inside out. And I thought we did a good job of that tonight. We got some layups, but then we also started kicking it out also.
You were able to manufacture points in this game without the aid of free throws. You only shot 3 free throws in the first 3 quarters, but when you were put at the line in the fourth quarter, you guys did a really good job. You were 6 of 8 from the free throw line in that fourth quarter. You and I haven't talked a whole lot about this new foul rule. How do you feel about it?
I don't think I've played it long enough. Honestly, I don't think it's I don't know. I haven't played it long enough, because I said then they were trying to foul there, so I guess for that, I haven't been on that side of it yet.
Yeah. When you're leading and there's no 1-and-1, that's sure a blessing.
Yeah.
but when you're trying to come from behind, like you said, we'll kind of see how that goes. I'll keep checking in with you on that. How'd you feel overall this game went for you? You got some things accomplished tonight that you weren't able to do on Friday.
Yeah, I thought. Well, all I see that you had us down for 10 turnovers. That's obviously a lot better. And a couple of those turnovers probably came late here. Probably 2 or 3 of them came late when they were just scrambling, which we need to do a better job of holding on to the ball there. But I thought tonight we were much more patient on offense. We didn't just come down and just run up and gun a 3. Cause, we shot 26 threes on Friday night, which that's all great if you're making them all. But we were, I think 6 for 7 for 26 for the night. That we did a better job of working the ball, and then we went inside out.
Abba Pearson tonight impressed me. She seemed like tonight she has switched gears a little bit. She's more calm. She's more of a stabilizing force than what she was in her freshman season. But I swear, you can look at Abba Pearson play all night long, and you don't know if she's right-handed or left-handed. She made a couple of really nice moves to the basket tonight.
Yeah, that's what we were trying to pick her. She had a postman guarding her. We thought she could get the lane, trying to pull her out. And then we put her inside to go work with Lexi a little bit. So we're going to kind of be able to use her back and forth there. And then we had her bring up the ball because she had a postman guarding her. And we felt like she maybe had a little bit of advantage there.
You turned your offense inside out for a while. You had Abba inside working the block. Lexi hit a 3-pointer from the top of the key. She was 1 of 9 last year all season. She got 1 tonight, though.
Yeah, and like I said, we feel comfortable. That's not her go totally, but we feel we have set plays run for our postman. And Addison Rohr hit the biggest 3 probably the night at the end of the third quarter for us. And that's the one thing I told her I wanted to work on this summer. She's got to be able to shoot the 3 and confidently shoot the 3.
I want to talk to you about how this game was called. We're seeing it here in the guys' game, too, where it is even, it is consistent, but there's a lot of contact. There is a lot of hands. It's almost like a junior college game, right? And a couple of these officials are JUCO officials. But is this the way that your team likes to play? Is it kind of like the more contact, the better? Because it really seemed like they almost embraced this type of play.
Yeah, I guess I don't know. In our game, I didn't feel like. It was, but I guess I didn't. I thought it was evenly called. I thought Friday night was very inconsistent. Yeah. So I guess I didn't really I called a couple times. I'm like, I didn't know what they were calling, but I didn't really. I feel like it was really. I don't know. I thought we just responded better tonight because I thought Friday night was way more physical.
2 on the road. Now you get to go back home, and you open with a league game against Beloit on Friday. That's always a big game for you. We will talk to you on Friday at home. Nice job on the win tonight.
All right, thank you.
Shauna Smith, head coach of the Southeast of Saline Trojans. Her girls tonight get a victory 46-30. They even their record now here early in the season at 1-1. They will set their focus now for the next couple of days on the Beloit Lady Trojans, who come into the Purple Palace on Friday. Halftime of the boys contest, 27-23 is our score. It's a 4-point lead for Southeast of Saline. A 2-minute timeout. Back with more Southeast of Saline basketball. It's halftime. Brought to you by Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories on KINA.
Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories. Everything to bling out your ride in one place, including top quality lift kits, wheels and tires, bumpers, Jeep accessories, fender flares, bed covers, bed liners, step bars, even custom painting. Knopf Auto is the AmSoil dealer and has many synthetics and filters in stock. Visit Knopf Auto on Facebook for specials, great ideas, and let them make your truck stick out in a crowd. Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories, supporting the Southeast of Saline Trojans.
Salina Regional's Orthopedic and Sports Medicine is your home field advantage. Our physicians include sports medicine physician Dr. Matthew Pyle, along with orthopedic surgeons Drs. Travis Rump and Todd Riley, plus an A-team of certified athletic trainers and physical therapists. We are ready when you need us to help prevent injuries, enhance performance, or to heal through surgery and rehabilitation. For area athletes to weekend warriors, the home field advantage starts at Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine.
Citizens State Bank has been serving Kansans for over 100 years. We are a full-service bank that can service your personal, business, and agricultural lending and deposit needs. Citizens State Bank offers 24/7 convenience with mobile deposit, online banking, and our ATM conveniently located in front of the building. Stop by and see our friendly and helpful staff. Citizens State Bank at 600 Maple Street in Gypsum, Kansas. Citizens State Bank and Trust Company is a proud supporter of the Southeast of Saline Trojans.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the Heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at salinapost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline basketball on KINA.
Back ready for third quarter action. Leading the way, all scorers, Owen Bailey, 23 points. Omar Calzada has 2. Brenton Leeds has 2 for Southeast of Saline. 9 points for Kai Blanchett, 8 points for Taylor Campbell, 3 points for Mason Holcomb, 2 for Christian Ryan, and 1 for Braylon Olson. Coach, what did you see in that first half, and what are your keys here in the second?
Well, you know, we touched on it several times. We have to find some other place to score. However, we did improve in our ball handling the second quarter and got some good looks. We just have to have some more guys be more aggressive offensively. The other thing is you got to keep Campbell and 24, what his name?
Blanchett.
Mm-hmm. We got to keep them in check. That's all. Make somebody else do it.
From the Bennington State Bank scoreboard, a final. This is college men's basketball. K-State has their third overtime game. Tonight it was against Villanova, and the Cats won. The K-State Wildcats won over Villanova. So they have had 3 wins now in a row in overtime. Here's an open look at the left-hand side of the basket for Daniel Kerr off a obvious design play there out of the halftime break, and Southeast of Saline can't get it to go down.
Yeah, I think they're trying to get Danny going a little bit.
Campbell hoist a 3. That's no good. Blanchett with the rebound. Now over to Olson. His turnaround no good. Scramble for the rebound. Brenton Leeds will scoop it up for Southeast. Trojans have a lead here to protect 27-23 as we start second quarter. Bailey from 3 is going to swallow that one. Dribble to his left now. Skip past to Jacobson. His 3 is good.
Thank you.
That's what you wanted to see, Coach.
That's exactly
3-pointer.
what we need to see.
That's Gannon Jacobson now providing that valuable floor balance. As they went from left to right, Bailey was on the left, Jacobson was on the right. Good shot there by Gannon. Drive now by Campbell, and Jacobson takes it away on defense. Gannon now down the left-hand side. He's looking for help. He'll go to Kerr. Kerr now will come back. Little lob pass into the corner. Bailey, his three is good. Owen Bailey splashes it home from the near side, and back-to-back three-pointers for Southeast.
Well, that's what you get. I mean, you've got one on one side, one on the other side, and if they're not guarding them all, and Smoky Valley's playing, this. It's kind of a soft zone, so we're getting a lot of looks.
33-23. Our score. Southeast leads it by 10 after leading it by 4 at the break. A foul, the first one of the second half here, called, and it's going to be against Connor Castleman for Southeast of Saline, his first. Nobody has more than 2 in this game. There's a couple of Trojans and one Viking that has 2 fouls. Kai Blanchett to the free throw line, makes the first free throw.
Well, there's a definite size disadvantage for Castleman, but one thing about it, if Blanchard puts it on the floor, there's a chance that Castleman will get it away from him.
Blanchett's second free throw bounces off the rim 3 times and falls home. He's leading Smoky Valley now with 11. 33-25, just underway here, third period. Kerr up top, operating most of the time as the primary ball handler, but a lot of times it's by committee too. Jacobson will help out. Bailey will help out. Bailey for 3 off the front of the rim. Jacobson comes in, gets the rebound. Out to Kerr. He'll try it. That one misses off the right-hand side. Jacobson, another rebound. Trying to get Castleman inside. I'm not sure Connor was ready for that, and it's going to be a turnover back over to Smoky Valley. 7th turnover of the game for Southeast of Saline. 33-25, they lead it. Here's Smoky Valley now with the basketball. That got tipped. They're going to keep it, though, with Holcomb between the rings. He's being bottled up there by Brenton Leeds. Over to Blanchett. Open baseline. Here's Bailey coming over and helping. Blanchett just lost it out of bounds.
That's what you call staying with him. Castleman was right in his midsection the whole time he had the ball there. And he got frustrated and lost it.
Never want to give up baseline, but when you do, help like that where Owen Bailey was able to slide over sure does help, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
33-25. Here's Jacobson now. He throws one away. Campbell on a scoop over the top of Kerr is going to score.
We got a lazy pass.
Yep. Can't
have those things.
A pick and a play there by Smoky Valley. 33-27 now. They have scored the last 4 in this quarter. 5:05 left to play in the third. Kerr with it. He's going to drive into the zone. Now to Castleman. Short corner. Out to Bailey. He'll swing it. Extra pass. Jacobson. Got another one to go. Jacobson feeding off that right-hand side with 2 threes here in the third period. 36-27, back up by 9. Here's Leeds coming out. Boy, he had as much of that ball as what Mason Holcomb did, and the sideline official on that far side is going to call a foul on Britton Leeds, his third. Boy, there was some mutual contact there.
Yeah, there was.
I think Britton got the bad part of that call. Smoky Valley will inbound. They go all the way into the backcourt here with Taylor Campbell, the transfer from Lions. Campbell back and forth. He's going to play it back up top now. Now it ends up right-hand side to Holcomb. Southeast playing man-to-man defense.
And a good man-to-man defense.
Yes, sir. Christian Ryan with it. Play it back to Campbell. Step back, guarded 3. Barely kisses the front of the rim. He gets his own rebound, though, as it bounces all the way back out to him. And he goes back to the rim in 2 steps. The long stride from Taylor Campbell. And he's able to get 2. Halfway through the third period, 36-29. Southeast of Saline leads it by 7. Jacobson, top of the key. Too strong, no good. Rebound, Castleman. He's going to take it back to the corner. Now dribble out of there. They'll play it back to Kerr. Jacobson up top, guarded by Blanchett. Campbell on Bailey. Inside they go to Leeds. He's going to power his way through a reach and get the foul. Britton Leeds will go to the free throw line.
Well, we need to see that. We need to get it in there once in a while, and that was another designated play. Went over the top of that defender.
Britton's been quiet in this game. He had 9 points against Teston on Friday. He goes to the free throw line here for his third point, making his first free throw. And that foul for Smoky Valley is something that has to be managed because Samuel Peterson just picked up his third. First team foul for the Vikings here in the second half. Lead's second free throw. Off the front of the rim, no good. Blanchett will have it. 8-point lead for Southeast of Saline. Here comes Campbell, stops in front of the scorer's table. They'll be met there by Owen Bailey. Campbell has it now. That was Olsen that had it. Olsen backs up now. Bailey follows him. Olsen now trying to get with the blow by. He'll stop. Little up and under move. Turns around, 360. Can't get it to go. Blanchett on the putback off the front of the rim. That won't go. Kerr in a trap. Gets out of it to Castleman.
Go, Castleman.
There's Castleman now getting bumped on his way to the basket. Throws the shot up, trying to earn some free throws, but they're going to stay on the floor, and it will be Southeast of Saline running an inbounds play underneath their own basket. Kirby Davis, Grady Gebhardt ready to check in. They will spell Kerr and Castleman.
21 Gebhardt back in for the Trojans.
Little surprised that they didn't take Brenton out there with 3 fouls.
Britton does have 3 fouls. He'll hand it off the inbounds. It'll be Gebhardt for 3 on the right hand side. Short there. Grady did make a couple of threes from the top of the key in the JV game. Here's a steal by Jacobson all the way to the rack. His layup is good. Jacobson took it away from Campbell that time, and Gannon has 8 in this quarter alone.
Well, that's great to see. That's an uplifting thing for the entire situation at Southeast.
What do you think it's doing for his confidence?
I know what it's doing.
39-29, back to a 10-point advantage. Here's Blanchett, a guarded 3, top of the circle, put it up over Davis. That's no good, but Smoky Valley gets their own rebound. Now they get it back into Blanchett, who's closer to the rim, and he flips it up and in. Kai Blanchett's had several of those in this game that just look so easy and smooth inside. Here's Bailey, 3-pointer, left-hand side, too strong, no good. Rebound taken in by Taylor Campbell. 39-31. Southeast of Saline leads it by 8. 2:13 to go. Now it's a 6-point lead as Braylon Olsen gets his first field goal of the night. That with a free throw gives him 3 points. 2 minutes left to go here in the third quarter. Gebhardt plays it to the right to Davis. Davis took a big step trying to get by his defender, and the ball is poked away out of bounds. It will stay with Southeast. Quickly, Kerr and Castleman back into the game. Omar Calzada will come with them. Bailey, and Jacobson and Leeds all to the bench.
Get Danny in there for a little more stability in the ball handling.
Let's say all but 2 of your points tonight are on the bench right now. Kerr saved an inbounds miscue there by Southeast of Saline. Danny will play it over to Kirby Davis in the corner. Back to Grady Gebhardt now to Kerr. Kerr plays it back to Gebhardt. Those two splitting the top of the key, playing catch. Here's Davis on the drive. Little shot, teardrop from the corner baseline is no good. Gets his own rebound. That won't go. Calzada trying to save it in a battle. He hits the floor.
Now we're on the floor.
2 Trojans and a Viking on the floor, and they're going to say it goes to the arrow at the table, which favors Smoky Valley.
Well, I think that's one of the things Coach wanted to see was the guys on the floor. Not just bending over, but getting on the floor. And we had 2 of them there.
Got to get to that point where it's an instinct and not a thought, right?
Yes.
I heard Bryson say, we thought about getting on the floor. Just got to ring my mental bell there. 1:25 left to go. Here's Smoky Valley with it. They're coming up the floor in front of the scorer's table. Blanchett has it. Now over left-hand side to Taylor Campbell. Campbell, no look inside. It's deflected by Omar Calzada. Good play there by Calzada. He got onto that right at late and was able to knock that ball off its path. Maybe saved a no layup there.
Yeah, and I didn't even think he saw the ball, but he did, and he got his hand up and deflected it out of bounds.
Olsen out of bounds here, trying to trigger it in. He's going to get it to Campbell in the middle of 3 Southeast players, and an and-one situation coming up here for Taylor Campbell. He had one of these in the second quarter, looking for another one here in the third, where he has scored 6 points in the third quarter, looking to make it 7.
Yeah, we had 3 guys there, and he just split us, and then went the third one. He, tried to stop him and fouled him.
Campbell's free throw is up and good. So a surge there by Taylor Campbell with a 3-point play. With 1 minute left to go in the third, it's 39-36. Southeast of Saline's lead has been trimmed down to 3. Kerr with it up top. He'll play it on the drive, now flip it out to Castleman. Inside to Davis. One-on-one. Now Davis is double-teamed. Out to Kerr. Three-pointer on the way. Splashes it home. That was a beautiful read by Kirby Davis.
Yes, it was.
And give credit to Daniel Kerr. He has been cold tonight, but he was ready to tee it up there. 42-36. That's a big three-pointer for Southeast of Saline. Here's Blanchett trying to answer. That won't go. Long rebound. Castleman comes in for it. Kerr hits the deck, tries to save it. Calzada on the deck, saves it to Gebhardt.
Now that's basketball right
Southeast pulled one out of there with 23 seconds to go. Long pass from half court to Calzada. Back to Kerr. Over to Davis for three. Too strong. Calzada trying to get the rebound, and it's tipped out. Smoky Valley has it with 10 seconds left. Here comes Olsen up the floor. Taps the break, plays it out to Holcomb. His three-pointer blocked, taken by Calzada. Castleman has it. He'll throw it up at the center court stripe, and that is the end of the quarter. 42-36 our score. Southeast of Saline leads by 6 as we enter the fourth and final quarter. That's coming up when we come back. Southeast of Saline basketball right here on KINA.
Does your free checking put more cash in your account? More cash as in 6% annual percentage yield back every month? If not, tap into super-powered free Kasasa Cash checking at the Bank of Tesket. Visit bankoftesket.com to learn more. Member FDIC. Qualifications, rules, and limitations apply. Rates, rewards, and restrictions may vary by account. Contact institution for details.
We're growing your way. We're the Bank of Tesket.
Stardust Trophy in downtown Salina is your full-service headquarters for trophies and awards for club and sporting events. But did you know Stardust Trophies also makes employee name tags with your company logo? They engrave executive awards like desk clocks and pen desk sets. They imprint artwork and photos on t-shirts, coffee mugs, mouse pads, even personal calculators. Stardust Trophy carries clear sports ball holders on wood bases for treasured or autographed balls from footballs to golf balls. Go to full-service Stardust Trophy, 121 South Santa Fe, downtown Salina.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Hoops on KINA.
Back here in the home of the Vikings, Smoky Valley High School in Lindsborg. Devin Haney, along with Francis Flax. We got a good one here entering the fourth quarter. Southeast of Saline leads at 42-36. Smoky Valley made a surge there, Coach. They got it back within 3, but then a big three-pointer from Daniel Kerr.
Yeah, and the thing is, they were up by 4 at the end of the first. We outscored them a little bit by, I think, 8 in the second quarter and by 2 in this third quarter. So we're hanging in there. It's the game's ours to.
There's Kerr inside. They got it to him down low on the block, and they're going to get a reaching foul here against Samuel Peterson, which is big because that is Peterson's 4th foul.
Well, I hear the groans and moans from the fans. However, he did grab him by the wrist.
I think these officials have set the baseline for what they're going to do over the 7 quarters that I've watched them play. They're not going to change here in the last quarter of the day. That's calling the obvious stuff and letting the other stuff just kind of go and letting them play basketball. Kerr with it up top.
This quarter is going to be on who handles the ball.
And as you say that, Daniel Kerr and Owen Bailey have a miscommunication on the left-hand side. Kerr sails it out of bounds as Bailey was cutting towards the basket. 42-36, 28 seconds gone by here in this fourth quarter. Both these teams lost their opener. Southeast of Saline on the road to Heston. Smoky Valley lost on the road to Abilene. Trying to rebound now and get back into the winning column and even things out here early on in the season. And now Smoky Valley does the same thing Southeast did, and that's throw it out of bounds on an unforced turnover. You used that in the first half, and we've seen a couple of them now here in the second half.
So we didn't lose anything on that possession.
Bailey has it, skips it over the top to Jacobson. Here's Castleman wide open at the free throw line. Too strong, won't go. Blanchett goes up and gets the rebound. He was the only person inside really going after that board. And now Smoky Valley, an uncontrolled dribble, loses it. Braylon Olsen commits back-to-back turnovers now for Smoky Valley. 1 minute gone by with no score so far in this fourth quarter.
Two to 1 on turnovers this quarter.
42-36. Southeast of Saline still leading. A little bit of a cushion here. A lot of time left to go, though, here in the fourth. Castleman with it. Right-hand side to Daniel Kerr. Kerr up top. Plays it back to Castleman. There's Bailey. He'll dribble into the soft spot in that zone. Off the front of the rim, that's no good. Rebound taken by Campbell. Here comes Campbell now. He's trying to step on the accelerator. Lost the ball momentarily. Goes back to the rim. That's off no good. Leeds had the rebound, and they're going to say a tie-up underneath. And it's going to stay here with Smoky Valley via the arrow.
Referee had a few words for Campbell there. I don't know what that was all about.
Lob pass into Campbell. He's guarded by Kerr. Kerr comes out, puts his fingertips at his waist. Now they play it off to Christian Ryan. There's a foul called away from the ball about midway through the lane, and I think it's going to be on Daniel Kerr as he and Taylor Campbell go at it physically. Daniel Kerr picks up his first foul. Each team now with one foul here in the fourth quarter. Olsen way up high. He'll go back to Campbell. Blanchett has it now. Plays it back to Olsen. About 6 feet behind the line. Now back over to Blanchett. Smoky Valley being patient here on this possession offensively. And they're going to call another foul. 2 quick ones here on Daniel Kerr. That's just a second, though. Daniel played the first 3 quarters out getting a foul.
Second personal foul on number 5, Kerr.
Well, we're wasting a little time. Not much happening. But if they're not scoring and the clock's running, that's good for the Trojans.
Smoky Valley, a little give and go here. It ends up with Blanchett. He's going to put it up. Missed a bunny on the inside. We've seen him make that shot time and time again this game, but that one crawls out on him. Now Gannon Jacobson dribbles it off his leg. He's protesting with the officials, saying that it went off the Smoky Valley guy, but they're going to say it's Smoky Valley basketball. 2 turnovers now for Southeast here in this quarter. (42-36), 5:47 left to go. Blanchett has it off the inbounds from Holcomb. Vikings operating in the backcourt. Now they'll cross. Little chip screen there by Olsen on Connor Castleman. Olsen now will take the basketball from Blanchett. Guarded by Jacobson. He'll play it out to Holcomb. Back inside to Kai Blanchett. Back out now. It almost appears here, and I know they're being super selective about their shots, but it almost appears that Smoky Valley is playing with a lead instead of from behind. That was a shot up that partially may have gotten blocked. Jacobson comes down with it up the floor to Bailey. Bailey with a step through on 2 defenders, ends up on the other side as he went underneath the rim and finished it off the window. Split 2 defenders and made that shot on the opposite side of the basket. What a move by Bailey.
It was nice that they found him streaking down the court.
Wow. Mason Holcomb guilty of the foul. Another 3-point attempt by Owen Bailey as the free throw is up and good. Boy, he hasn't done much wrong offensively tonight, has he?
And you know he's held his own on defense, too. Mm-hmm. And that might be the weakness of his game, is his defensive capabilities.
That was a big possession there by Southeast of Saline. Now back up by 9. Here's a no-look sloppy pass inside by Campbell, but Southeast can't take it away. They deflect it out of bounds, and it'll stay here with the Vikings. Owen Bailey knocking on the door of 30 now with 29 points in his second varsity game, and a timeout here called by Smoky Valley. 4:57 left to go here in this game. It's a 30-second timeout. Back with more Southeast basketball.
Home Automotive Center in Abilene and Salina has been named Dealer Raider in 2023 for Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC. What's that mean? It means when you buy a vehicle at Home Automotive, you will receive the absolute best in service now for the 11th consecutive year in Abilene and the first for the new Salina location. Home Automotive just keeps exceeding your expectations because you are the #1 priority, and that is just one reason why. When you shop at Home Automotive Center in Abilene and Salina, you're going to be glad you did.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline basketball on KINA.
4:57 left to go. 45-36 is our score. Southeast of Saline leads it by 9. Smoky Valley with the basketball, as we are just under 5 minutes left to play. Southeast girls got a win earlier tonight, beating Smoky Valley 46-30.
Well, that was a good comeback for the Southeast girls, let me tell you. That's I think they work. Shauna, Coach Smith does a outstanding job.
There's a high rebound off a long shot and a foul on Southeast.
She does an outstanding job adjusting, and she proved that tonight.
Yeah, it was really all facets of the game. It's stuff that they were having trouble with Friday night. They nailed it tonight. Going from game 1 to game number 2, of course, Lexi Jacobson was huge. Here's a turnover now by Smoky Valley, trying to get the ball in bounds, taken away by Southeast of Saline. Owen Bailey comes up on the right-hand side. He's going to play it back to the middle. Daniel Kerr, 4:44 left to go in this one. If you're looking at the scoreboard here in the gym, it is wrong. It's not 36-3. Jacobson has it on the right-hand side. Now back to Kerr. As Southeast of Saline trying to pull Smoky Valley out of that zone. Just trying to shorten the quarter here a little bit. Put a little more pressure on the Vikings.
Remember my statements last year about the shot clock?
Uh-huh. Now here's a pass that's airmailed out of bounds. Bailey looking down the sideline to Daniel Kerr, and he is unable to get there. Now a turnover for Southeast of Saline. These two teams continue to trade turnovers here. There's only been 3 points scored in the quarter, and that was that amazing move by Owen Bailey.
Well, we're at the point of the game now where it's at 4 minutes. You try to work this, make them work on.
Little chest bump there called on Owen Bailey. The basket went in, but the official waves it off, says the foul was on the floor. For Bailey, it will be his second personal foul. For Southeast of Saline, it will be their fourth team foul here in the fourth quarter.
My point being, you got to 30 seconds each possession now.
Mm-hmm.
You got to hold them out for a while.
Here's a near steal by Jacobson. I think maybe the official killed that a little early.
Yeah.
I didn't see Gannon's foot on the line, and he saved it off the face of a Smoky Valley player.
Yeah.
But the official instinctively blew his whistle. Now Grady Gebhardt's going to come into the game. Maybe. Still looking back at the bench. Now he's going to replace Daniel Kerr. Maybe just a little more juice in the legs here for Grady Gebhardt. Give Kerr a break here and let him probably come back in short order and finish out this game. Here's another inbounds play that Smoky Valley has trouble with. They do keep the ball here, though. They play it in low block to Blanchett. His turnaround off the front of the rim, bounces twice, and Smoky Valley bats the rebound out of bounds. It will go to the Trojans.
Well, we got 20 seconds out of that possession. It took them 20 seconds to, to give it to us or score or whatever. So that's what you got to do. You hope for 30. We got 20.
Looks like Smoky Valley's tired right now, doesn't it?
They do look tired.
45-36. Here is Jacobson back to the middle of the floor to Gebhardt. Now back to Jacobson, the two sophomores playing catch. Over to Bailey, right-hand side. Bailey plays it into Castleman. Now to Leeds. 2 steps to the basket. He scores. Elevating off that nice little pass there from Owen Bailey. Britton Leeds gets a big bucket, and it's back to 11. Actually, that's the biggest lead of the game for Southeast. 3:11 left to go. Southeast continues to absorb this fourth quarter. Over to the right-hand side. Smoky Valley now to Blanchett, to Campbell up top. Need to keep your eye on those two. Campbell lost the basketball, and they're going to call a foul here on Castleman.
Yeah, that's tough because that puts Smoky Valley at the line now, every foul we commit from here on out.
Just to remind listeners and viewers on Salina Post, there is no 1-and-1 anymore in high school basketball, so at the limit of each quarter of 5 fouls, it's 2 free throws. So that's what Smoky Valley will have as Southeast of Saline just hit their 5th team foul. And Taylor Campbell takes advantage of it, putting his free throw up and in. So far tonight, he's 3 of 3 from the free throw line, 16 points, leading the way for the Vikings.
Well, we knew he was a good player, and he's proven that.
16's right on his average from last year. Transfer in from Lions. Makes both his free throws here. That's the first points of the fourth quarter for Smoky Valley, Coach.
Well, that's in favor of the great defense that we're playing. We're making them earn about everything.
Kerr back into the game. Gebhardt stays. Kerr plays it up the sideline in front of the Southeast bench to Bailey. Lob pass cross court to Grady Gebhardt. 2:45 left to go. Here's Bailey for 3. Why not? Just put it in the cup. Owen Bailey
6 points now in the quarter, 32 for the game, and a timeout called by Southeast of Saline. Up by 12, now their biggest lead, and a full, 30-second timeout for Southeast of Saline. We'll keep it right here with 2:40 left to go. You hate to question that shot when it goes in, but boy, Owen Bailey tonight has just been electric offensively.
Well, I know he's capable, and like I told you before, he missed 2 or 3, but did it stop him? No. Yeah. He stayed right with it. That's a shooter's mentality, and if you can, when you're shooting a 3 ball, if you can hit 40%, you're a heck of a shooter.
11 3-pointers tonight for Southeast of Saline. Most of it has been Owen Bailey. 12 3-pointers. Daniel Kerr had one also. Gannon Jacobson has a couple. Owen Bailey finishing out with the rest of them. He had 23 points at halftime. Right now sitting on 32. 50-38. Southeast of Saline now dialing up a little full court man-to-man pressure. 2:35 left to go. This is all about spending more time, making Smoky Valley work for it. More seconds going off the clock. 2:28 left to go. Near steal, and it is a steal by Bailey. He's trying to outrun the Smoky Valley defense all the way to the cup, and he gets 2. Owen Bailey, that's just the second time tonight he's walked away from the basket with only 2 points. Here's Campbell for 3. Got it to go. Taylor Campbell with 5 here in the quarter. He has 20 now in this game. 2 minutes left to go. 52-41. Inside, Brenton Leeds. Had his shot blocked. Blanchett takes it away. Here's Campbell on another 3. Off the front of the rim, no good. Brenton Leeds gets the rebound for Southeast of Saline. Southeast, Jacobson for 3. Off the front of the rim. Leeds gets the rebound. It's going to come out, and they're going to say a foul as Britton came down with that rebound. Just the second team foul, though, here in the fourth quarter against Smoky Valley. So Southeast of Saline will inbound underneath their own basket with 92 seconds left to play.
Just don't turn it over on the inbounds. And if we have to use 30 seconds, that's okay.
Taylor Campbell guilty of the foul for Smoky Valley. That is just his first. There's a play at the rim. Brenton Leeds can't get that to go. Partially deflected. Southeast keeps it. Daniel Kerr up high off the window, and he finishes. Dan now has 5 points in this game. 80 seconds left to go. 54-41. Southeast back up by a baker's dozen, and Smoky Valley lost the basketball out of bounds again. That is the 7th turnover here in the second half for the Vikings.
And 4 in this quarter.
Southeast with the ball and a chance to melt more clock. Grady Gebhardt has it. He's on the right-hand side. He'll come back to Leeds. Jacobson now standing. He'll play it right. Back to Gebhardt. Grady pirouetting against the defender. Finds Owen Bailey. 1 minute left to play. Bailey had it poked, but he picks it up off the deck. Plays it to Gebhardt, who is fouled. Another foul here for Smoky Valley. That is their 4th team foul here in the fourth quarter. And it is against Taylor Campbell, his second, as he gets 2 quick ones.
Well, Devin, I'd say we made an adjustment too, meaning the boys team. And I spoke about consistency before the game. Pretty consistent throughout.
Pretty consistent. Let's take a timeout. Smoky Valley wants to talk about it. It's a 30-second timeout. Back with 55 seconds left to go here on KINA.
The Appliance Center. It's where you go to shop for washers, dryers, kitchen appliances, furniture, pellet grills, TVs, and so much more. If you are looking for a local family-owned business, visit the Appliance Center. We're in the big red and white building on South Broadway in Salina. Come experience the Appliance Center difference.
Salina Post and KINA, your home for all things Trojan. The Southeast of Saline Trojan sports stream live on the Salina Post, and you can always listen at 910 AM, 107.5 FM, or at 910KINA.com.
You're listening to Southeast Trojan Hoops on KINA.
Under a minute left to play, 55.2 seconds left to go here in Lindsborg. Southeast of Saline leading Smoky Valley 54-41. Their biggest lead in this second half here in the fourth quarter was 14 points. Right now they have a 13-point lead and the basketball.
Play in Lawrence, KU 75, University of Missouri, Kansas City 67.
Daniel Kerr with it on the sideline. The left corner of the scorers table. He's going to pass it into the backcourt to Owen Bailey. Bailey will come get it. Guarded by Blanchett. He'll cross the timeline. Play it off left-hand side to Kerr. Now they'll swing it back right to Gebhardt, who's in a run and jump trap. He gets out of it, though, with Kerr. Kerr with the basketball. He'll dribble back around. Clock down to 40. Hand off to Gannon Jacobson. He's collected 3 Vikings. Finds Gebhardt on the right-hand side. Clock down to 34. Back to Jacobson up top. Southeast just playing to absorb a foul here and take care of the basketball. Inside to Leeds. Short corner. He's in a trap. He'll get through it. Now play it out. Ends up with Kerr. Now to Bailey. In the corner. Bailey dribbling. Now he's going to go all the way across court to Jacobson, who has to go up and get that basketball. Jacobson to the baseline, and he's going to be tripped up and a foul called. 2 free throws coming up for Gannon Jacobson as he steps to the line. He has not shot a free throw here tonight. Matter of fact, these are his first free throw attempts of the season.
Well, it's always nice to win, and it's especially nice to win on the road. So,
yes, sir.
That's I'm happy with the way they came around tonight. Like you said, it took us a half before anybody else got into the swing of scoring.
Yeah. Jacobson's free throw rims off no good. If you're the Southeast of Saline team, you're stacking blocks, right? I mean, and this is a huge block for them. Now you're going to turn your attention to a league game and a Beloit team that put up 80-plus points last Friday against Concordia. And we always know Beloit's going to come in. They're going to show you about every single type of zone defense that you can find.
You're right.
Second free throw made by Jacobson. He has 9. Smoky Valley with the basketball. And it's a 14-point lead here for Southeast of Saline. And Smoky Valley's waving the white flag. They are done with this one, and Southeast of Saline gets the victory. 55-41, the final score. Southeast of Saline moves to 1-1 on the season. They will drop Smoky Valley down to 0-2. When we come back, it's Postgame, brought to you by our friends at Commercial Tire Centers. We'll have final thoughts from Bryson Flex. We will also have scoring for you at a Vernon Jewelers Gym of the Game. Southeast of Saline wins it 55-41 here on KINA.